right. Sorry about that. Hopefully get everybody back in pretty quick. I should have took this chance. Hey, my Bill, JP. Woo. I don't know why it is itching like that. Oh, now everybody, come on.
All right.
Is that better?
Yes. We in business. We in business.
Okay, you know what? Let's start off. Tell everybody about yourself, where they can find you, what you do. Married, single, divorce. Like roll it all out. Drop the whole CVS receipt.
Okay. Mine is a long receipt. Okay. All right. Well, those on IG streets know me as JP. I am known to the world as JP Writes. I am a writer. Yes, I'm a writer. I write everything, music, plays, you name it. But I'm known for my books, which are #1 bestsellers, and they focus on relationship with self, the dating field, as well as relationship with significant other. I am a married woman, mother of 3, and multiple businesses and entrepreneur. I'm also a podcast host. I have several different podcasts that I host. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of put it in a nutshell. Oh, music manager as well. I have an artist that I manage. So
There you go. All right. You got a lot going on. I appreciate your time.
Oh, thank you.
I really do. I mean, like, so, you know, I see people. I think they can add value to people that don't know them. And so for, you know, sharing content and sharing people. And I was like, okay, well, I think we can have a good conversation.
Right.
And yeah,
Do it.
that's what I want to do.
So share it alive. Yeah. Share it alive.
Huh?
No, I'm telling you, share it alive. I was trying. Let's get our people back in here. Let's roll it.
Yeah, share the live. That's one thing I don't do. I forgot. I got to put one other thing when I get to that. Please share the live.
Thank you.
This is so. If you don't follow her, please follow her.
Yeah, I'm on everything. TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Threads. Same name, JP Writes Pub. It's all the same. JP Writes Pub. Same thing you see up here, all over the place. YouTube. Please subscribe to my YouTube. Y'all don't want to miss the podcast. I'm telling you, it's good stuff.
Yeah. Yes. That's where it's at. I'm slowly switching over to YouTube. Trying to get my followers. I clip all these, and then I put them in there, the shorts and reels, and then link as well. I still got content.
That's transition, man. You gotta kind of be on everything.
You know, I'm yes to that, but I just might put 2 or 3 videos, 2 or 3 1 minute videos on Threads. I'm not on TikTok at all. I just.
You admit it's a market though. That's a good market. You can still take the same material, the reels and everything, put them over there. So that's what I do.
I'm building a team, but I'm not a team yet. So a lot of stuff is on my own. I got 1 or 2 people helping me, but I'm gonna get there. All right. So tell me, you're releasing it yet, but tell me. Let's talk about this topic. You kind of got started.
Sorry, somebody's trying to call Instagram while I'm on Instagram. Y'all don't call me. Okay, go ahead.
It happened to me before. I totally get it. And then when I said something to him about it, oh, I'm so sorry. I thought you thought I was what? So anyway, so you're saying that, well, give me your opinion on the topic. How about that?
Okay, so yeah. Well, I like that you put social media. I like that you condense that men can keep it condensed to just IG, but it's all social media. Because, like you said, some people make excuses. I'm not on this. I'm not on that. So why does it matter? No. Okay, so my focus on the topic was the basics that women they miss. I guess I want to say miss the mark when it comes to men and how men view things. You know, to us we're like, oh well, I'm sexy. I like my cleavage out, or I like show a little side boob or something like that, and that may be cool, but when you're out there and you're saying that you want a man of a certain caliber or you even want to be in a relationship, there are certain boundaries and things you have to respect. So prior to even getting in a relationship, you should keep it covered up because 9 times out of 10, you might get the 1 out of 10 of the men who don't care. But 9 times out of 10, men don't want their woman goodies all out there for the streets. They don't want that, So I think sometimes we have the misconception to think like, oh, he'll see all the greatness in me and that'll be over, that'll overshadow this part. No, that's a part of the package. So what a man is going to approach you, how a man is going to approach you and what he's going to say to you is based off your first impression. You can say what you want, but your first impression is everything. And so that's why I kind of wanted to bring light to it because I had a conversation with a couple of young ladies about this. And of course, I got some pushback from them. And another one understood where I was coming from. And it was coming from a place of I used to do this. And the response I got and the type of energy I got and the type of men that would approach me versus when I started to do this. What I did receive, in the end goal. So my goal is to really help women, get their end goal, basically who they want, what they want, and achieve it. And sometimes it's going to take some sacrifices. And even if that means button up 2 of your buttons, then I think that's worth it if you're looking for a long-lasting relationship with a man.
Why do women want to show off their body to men that don't give a fuck about them?
You can't ask me that question. You can ask someone who's gonna show it off.
I'm asking you as a
woman.
No,
you know what? And then we'll hear. Okay, you'll hear. This will be the answer you probably hear from most women. I don't do it for the men. I do it for me. I do it for me because it makes me feel good. You'll hear all the different. I used to have small boobs. Now I got big boobs, and now I'm confident in myself, so I want to show off. Like you'll hear all these excuses from women. And don't get me wrong. Okay, if you're saying that, then cool. But like I said, don't be mad when you get approached by a man in a sexual way. If that's all he's coming at, like, what's up, man? What's good for the night? Don't be mad. That's the energy you're giving off by having your cleavage all the way up here. You know what I'm saying? And your booty cheeks out. Like that's what you're telling him. I want to have sex. I hate to say it. I'm gonna make it blunt. That's what you're telling him. So when women say, "Oh, I do it for me," you're not doing it for you. There's so many other ways that we can show our confidence, whether it's the way we wear our makeup, the way we wear our hair, the kind of fragrance we put on, the heels we put on. You know what I'm saying? The jewelry we decide to put on. So many different ways to show your confidence, not showing your assets. I'm just saying.
Okay, well, so not asking you specifically, but you speaking for women. Let me say that. But if so let's just say we limit it. We not in person. But they see that if they show the beach when they show the cleavage, or they show their cheeks, or they show nipple print, or whatever, something that's not just you in a regular t-shirt and shorts that come to your quadricep, being very specific, and they show that, they get 10,000 likes and 100,000 views, and they're just a regular common lady. Versus when they show themselves at work in their nurse uniform or whatever, they get 500. And they don't understand that men are sexual visual creatures and we want to see more. And then they're wondering why they get so many DMs and messages and likes and inappropriate eggplants and all this other shit. They really don't understand the difference.
I'm sure they understand the difference, but I think they feel like, well, they shouldn't be giving me that kind of energy. But I'm like I said, that's what you're giving off. Like for instance, like you said, if you get more likes over here and then less over here, right? To be honest with you, I'll take the less, because that to me, it means you weaned out the BS. You weaned out the F-boys. You weaned out the dudes who just want sex. Because the ones who like you in your scrubs versus the ones who like you when your titties hanging out, this not the attention you want anyway. Like you said, what the hell is likes when you're looking for love? Like, make it make sense.
But some women will really say, well, if he's not going to understand who I am, with showing my cheeks, showing cleavage, showing whatever half naked, not even on the beach, just walking around, then he's not for me. But then wonder why the guy, like you said, the guy that does talk to you, or the guys plural, they're like, hey, what's up? Like you said, what's up, mom? What you doing tonight? Not what you doing for the next 10, 15 years. What are you doing tonight? I mean, how do they, like, why are they so offended when you're asking for sex results?
See, this is what I to help women understand who may say that, right? It's how would you feel? You went online, a dude you was interested in, you think he could be a potential good mate for you, right? And then you find out he got dick pics just all down his IG. And he likes to go to the beach and flash it to everybody. Are you going to say, yeah, that's enough for me, that's my husband, yeah? Because you know when you get in that relationship with him, likelihood of him showing his D on IG, showing his D on the beach is likely to happen. You're not going to want him to be your dude. So take that same mindset for you, vice versa. Now he see you with your titties out on the gram. He see your titties out on the FB. He see your titties out on Twitter. He see you with you want to have the extra titties out on the beach. I mean, there's a lot of bathing suits where you can cover that up and still be sexy. 9 times out of 10, he's going to think, when she's my wife, this is what she's going to want to do and like to do. So he's opting out. See how that works? So sometimes to get a woman to understand, you have to put it in perspective the other way around. Because I know damn well my husband ain't about to be showing no deed for nobody but me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it. I mean, you're in a committed relationship. So, but there's women who want to be in a committed relationship and they still want to show everything they got, and they don't want to hide nothing. They want, like, for example, let's talk about an actual couple that this happened. Let's talk about Russell and Sierra.
Good one.
Sarah doesn't have the biggest tatas. It's fine. She put some pasties on there, but everything else was showing, and he looked like his damn dog died. And everybody was like, "Oh, that's it." They were implying like she can do what she wants. No, they're married. This is not just friendship. This is not. They're married. They own each other based on the vows. I didn't create this. He can tell her what to do. She can tell him what to do. That's what the marriage vow says. So the fact that he showed up looking like his dog died.
But on top of that, we gotta also look at the type of marriage this is, right? Because I say that because we have a worldly view of marriage and then we have a spiritual view of marriage, right? And how Russell Wilson presents himself is he is a man of God. So therefore, his principles and what he stands for in marriage is under God's principles and how he does things. And one of the things God is not with is, first of all, men should not lust after your wife. If your wife is showing her titties and her asset, men are lusting after your wife, Russell. You understand? So it's already out of pocket in that retrospect alone. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, at the end of the day, you are a representation of your husband. It's very embarrassing, especially with him being Russell Wilson. Now, she was married to a Future. We might could get that. But you're married to a Russell Wilson who takes you to White House dinners. You understand? He's not taking you to the trap house. You understand? So you have to have more respect for that man and how you make him look when he steps out. Because she's an embarrassment to that man. I don't care. I'm going to call it what it is. She's a complete embarrassment to that man.
I got one comment that's kind of interesting from Blissful Flash. It says, it really doesn't matter. Men are going to be men. Has nothing to do with the women. You can be covered and men will try to play with you. Stop. Well, hold on. I got a question. If you're an attractive female here, don't you want men to approach you? It doesn't have to be. And some women take a man just saying hello as, man, why are you talking to me? I'm just hi. I actually had a situation. She dropped something, ma'am. I was just I didn't even say, I don't say people's name. I don't say ma'am no more because I'm in the South. I'm a Southern guy. I've had women say, don't call me ma'am. I said, look, where I'm from, we got 2 options. We got ma'am. And if you don't want to be called ma'am, sir, what do you want me to say? Oh, I got ma'am. If I don't know your name, I got ma'am and sir. I don't have anything else.
That's all I got for you. That's all I got. Right.
Because look, I'm seeing you in passing. And then some people say, well, you need to ask my name. Actually, I don't. I'm just telling you that you dropped the keys. So I point, they look at me like, what you want? My hand is like, and then I keep on walking. Like, if you don't pick it up, that's on you. And they said, well, you shouldn't act like that. I wasn't acting like anything. I don't see random women. I just need to approach them. I'm trying to be a nice man. And the fact that you're irritated that somebody said to you in public, It's not like I came up to your house. It's not like I walked up and say, hey, baby, what you got going on? No, ma'am, you dropped something. That's why they say, well, why is chivalry dying? It's dying because of that. Because men are scared to say something without a woman getting loud and saying, don't leave me alone. I'm good. I'm like, all right, hey, you can't say that to me because I'm not going to say anything. I see you in public. I'm not trying to approach. I'm not trying to be available. I'm just going to let you know what's going on.
Speaking of which, I see a comment in there. Right. Y'all kill me with the celebrities and they have images. Bye. I've been on TV more times than you probably can count. Okay. I have an image to uphold too. But like I said, at the end of the day, you're not going to see that be my image. Ciara, that's what she was doing when she was in the music industry. She was dating Bow Wow and Future and all of them and 50 Cent. But if y'all recall, she covered up her act a little bit for a second, was all up in church praying, okay, till she got the man and then went back to her hoish ways. Let's be 100. Let's not, y'all stop making excuses because they celebrities, they got money. That's not like, what's her name? Savannah James. She is married to LeBron James. She got money, she got an image, but she ain't got titties hanging out everywhere, now does she? Like, stop. Y'all please stop. We not making excuses and talking about that's their image and that's how they sell. Because guess what? She's selling sex, but her records ain't selling, Ciara. So it ain't working. Maybe we need to try something else. So please, y'all, stop making those excuses for people. Plus, this is a bone I want to give to my men. And maybe this will help women to better shape up. You know what I'm saying? If they're not going to just do it on their own. Stop hollering at them in the summertime and the springtime. Holler at them in the winter. Holler at them in the winter. Because that's where you see a woman. Because with the titties out and their ass out can't be out in the winter. And if you see them type of chicks, you know to run the other way. Okay? If they got ass and titties out with a fur coat, hello, you don't want them no way. Okay? So holler at women then. Because then they'll realize, oh, I get a lot of attention. I get a lot more respect. I get all this when I'm more covered up. And granted, men are going to, like you said, we're all sexual attraction by far. That's the first thing you see. But guess what? Like you said, if I have a turtleneck way up here, you can still see my curves. You like, especially if you're a curvy woman, you're still going to see it in a dress. You're still going to see it in a turtleneck. You're still going to see whatever have you. They're going to see it. But guess what? They can't see it. You understand? They can't see it unless you have an exclusive relationship and you lay down with them and you show it to them. That's when a man should see it. It shouldn't be all for every other man. Like on my podcast, my mom, y'all see it on it's coming this Sunday. Sunday we're dropping it live. You'll see it on YouTube. But she explained something that her grandmother said to her. Every man don't need to see your feet. Now, if y'all understand that old school saying, every man don't need to see your feet. Now, if y'all watch Boomerang, y'all remember when Eddie Murphy was sleeping with I think Robin Givens' character? He pulled back the sheets. Layla Rashad, right. He pulled back the sheets to look at her feet. That's the only time a man should be able to see your feet. In other words, man shouldn't be seeing your titties. He shouldn't be seeing your ass. He shouldn't be seeing side boobs unless you in the bed with him. And he's yours. Everybody and mama don't need to see that.
Well, hold on. There's one, like, I got to figure out how to approach this. Let me read this one other comment because unfortunately we hit somebody's nerves. Blissful Flash said,
can you pin it so I can see it? Because I'm really.
Oh, okay. Yes, I can. So she says this: I have a big chest so that I'm usually covering up. Men still feel the need to call me out. Okay, that's an exception. That's almost like if you have arched breasts, triple D or better. I don't know all the colors, or you have what they call childbearing hips, really wide hips that no matter what you wear, then yeah, you're one fortunate or unfortunate. No matter what the season, they're gonna see what you have as assets. But somebody like Ciara, who does not have either one, that if she wears, I don't know, a long cardigan, you can't see the curves. And I'm not saying that she's not beautiful or whatever the case. I'm not judging her like that. But I'm saying if you have assets, whether it be the front or the back, that protrude, and you know that you're exceptional. So when you want that attention from that man, that particular guy that you like, it's great. But when you don't like the guy, that's when you have a problem with it. If you're not, that's when you don't see it. So don't act like they're just picking on you. There's a lot of there's a whole industry that have natural women who want to look like you as natural, but they're not like you. So they envy you that you didn't have to pay for it and God gave it to you. So I don't really think that's the best reason to complain. And you still say no. But you can still be nice. I'm not the biggest Kevin Samuels fan. I'm gonna take away the fit, but the feminine, friendly, and cooperative, I like. Especially the
fine, fit, and friendly.
well, he said fit, feminine, friendly, and cooperative. So I'm like, okay, everybody. I'm a big guy. I like gravy on my biscuit. I like fudge on my Sunday. I don't need them. Just but I still want them feminine and friendly.
I feel her in that. Like a man approaching you and saying, "Ooh, my, your booty look good," or "Ooh, I like the way them hips spread in that dress." Yeah, I understand that being a turn on. I get it, But I guess what we're referring to is men approaching you sexually, like you said, DMs. You getting the eggplants. You getting what's good tonight. You getting come hang out with me at 10, 11 o'clock. Booty call hours. When you getting that kind of energy because you are showing everything, you can't get mad. Now, when you are covered up, of course, you still gonna get the a-hole. You still gonna get that boy that's gonna try it. But you're gonna minimize that when you're covered up. You understand? That's what we're trying to talk about here. When they have it all outside and all outdoors, I guarantee you they're getting hollered at more by F-boys than they are by good, upstanding men. Good, upstanding men don't want that. They want that. They want, what they say, a lady in the streets and a freak in the sheets. I don't need your freak to be showing in the streets. That's for me. That lingerie, all of the cleavage, all that's for your man in secret places with y'all two only.
I'm going to bring up G's because I want to talk about this toe thing that you got. I've never heard a woman say that women should, because like I'm in the South. So 6 months out the year, people got open toe shoes. They're showing them off. They're always getting a pedicure. You're like, hey, I got pretty toes. And I guess my main thing is there's women who say that but don't have that. I'm like, hold on. There has to be a fucking standard of what a nice set of feet look like. Now, you gonna laugh at this. Just because you have feet don't mean that your toes are pretty. It's definitive line. I asked Lady Sean, I don't even know if those are her fucking feet. I don't know that. Hopefully they weren't. Well, whoever's toes they were on Boomerang, and I know.
Oh yeah, them things was jacked up.
Yeah.
It was a figure of speech. He took it literally, but the figure of speech, that's why I was trying to give y'all the analogy of when they was in the bed. You know what I mean? He took it real with it. I know. It was literally a figure of speech, but it means basically a man doesn't need to see all you got up front. That's something that he sees behind closed doors. And like you said, a lot of women are wondering why you may be of good caliber, you may be a good woman, you may look the part, but you're not attracting the man that you think you should attract. And part of the reason why is because you're not covered up. I don't give a fuck. Even if you're on the beach, I'm being real. There's a certain bathing suit you can wear to not show too much. I do it all the time. I make sure, first of all, I consult with my husband like, hey, this ain't too much, right? You good. He be like, yeah, that's fine. Come on, you gotta make it make sense, bro. You're not in a relationship by yourself. If you want to still make those decisions by yourself and do those things, and stay single. Don't cry, I'm single and I'm looking for a man, but you're not doing what it takes to get him. I'm just saying. Hey, bro.
Hey. You have a better facing light or something, because it's like you're in the shadow. You what I'm seeing?
How's that?
Better. That's a little bit better.
I have something to hold this. 1 second. Damn.
Hey, have you
invited? Back a little bit. All right.
Yeah, that's better. That's better. Thank you. Good evening, sir. How you doing?
Hello. How are you?
Good. I'm sure y'all know each other.
Yes.
Hey, how are you?
Okay, great. No, so listen. You mentioned it. I was taking it literally because I've had men come on here and say that if the toes ain't right, it's over for the night, and disqualify a woman based on her feet. Not the and Blissful said the bottom. No, I'm not talking about the bottom. I'm talking about the first 3 toes, determining the length, the shape, the bunion, non-bunion, whatever. There, like I've had a guy listen. He said if that pedicure and them toes ain't right, you can cancel Christmas. And he lives in California, where there's no real winter. There's spring, summer, and autumn, and that's it. So what about her nails? With her fingernails or toenails? And I'm saying, so how do y'all feel about that? Because there's guys, they see toes and they don't like them, it's over with. They're not worried about the rest of the package.
Now
it's literally over.
I'm going to say they wrong. I'm gonna tell you why. Right? Because she looked good all the way from here down to the ankles. All right, down to the ankles. Okay, intelligent about her business. She ain't no gold digger type of chick. She'll be your helpmate. She got her spiritual right. All that. If you're going to cancel out for toes, she can go get surgery, and the toes can be perfect. They have surgery for that. I think it's called podiatrist. Just take it to the podiatrist. It is done. Why would you miss out on a 99% almost perfect woman for that 1% of toes that you can fix with surgery? Especially if she got some medical insurance. Because if she about her business, she got medical insurance. She'll get them fixed. I'm just saying. Why? And you don't know. What if she was into ballet? What if she was into playing ball at one point in her life? And this is, you got to understand where it might have came from. You might be missing out on your package prize based on one little thing. So yeah, no. Because the same way I tell women, y'all be missing out, had this whole list, and then won't, you know what I'm saying? That one little thing on there, you won't even just compromise on. You miss out on a great man. So it's the same difference to me.
I had a simple answer. Sound like them men like sucking toes.
I didn't say that.
Stuck him after the surgery. Shit. She gonna need it then. She need to soothe.
Because she could be the purest woman that you ever met, and if toes is a deal breaker, that just means that exactly what she said before I could get the words out. Foot fetish, like sucking toes. Pound.
Okay, so
Get them fixed and then suck them all day, all night. I'm just saying. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm kind of.
Sis, if y'all got jacked up feet, wear your shoes to bed. He'll never know. No.
I'm not. And I want to be clear.
Y'all know y'all like moving in their heels. Y'all think it's sexy when they keep their heels on. So just keep them on, sis. Keep them on. No.
Heels in the bed. Surgically fixed. Now that's a new one. That's what I'm saying, Quee. However you pronounce your name. I didn't know that. What I'm saying is, I'm also being very clear. I'm saying a pedicure with French tips is not gonna fucking fix it. I'm saying she got hammer time, she got bunions, and she got some.
Man, I'm gonna tell y'all some before and after pictures of what these doctors be doing with feet. Y'all think they can do titties and booties and lips and noses? Nah, they be working on them feet. I'll show y'all why. They be freaking fixing teeth. Oh, they can fix the feet.
SpongeBob, when he that toe out of his foot, and Mrs. Puff say don't drive fast, and that toe come out his shoe. I done see some women that.
So I'm because she. Well, let me read this one. I'm gonna come back. It said Dino Brown Entertainment. I don't know you, sir. So anybody know him?
I know Dino. Yeah.
I'll bring him up in a second. I left the chick because her big toe were twice as long as the rest of her toes. It looked like a finger. They couldn't handle it. God damn it. That's funny. Okay, so what about?
I'm not playing with y'all.
Okay, so we're talking about general something not that major. What about this one? Perfect. I knew some women bring this up all the time. This is how you. So how do you? You're a married woman.
Well, I gotta be 100 with y'all. If his penis is little, he ain't a perfect man. He might be an exception. So let me get the joke out. Okay. Can't be perfect if that's small, but no. Listen, let me tell y'all something. They do have surgery for that too. Okay? They got pills for that. They got things for that. All right, y'all? They do. But on top of that, let me be honest with y'all. Y'all always try science. Try God. Okay? Try God. Prayer works. Even for the littlest things, y'all might think this is crazy for y'all to be asking for y'all partners to have bigger penises or for it to grow an inch or two. It works. Especially if you marry, right? Gino, stop laughing because I'm serious right now.
If her big toe is this long and the rest of her toes stop right here, and she want to wear sandals, how weird is that? I couldn't handle it. It really looked like two thumbs.
But no, for real, like a dude, like you can pray about these things. I know it sounds crazy, but like you said, the marriage bed is undefiled, and God knows when you're in a relationship with your spouse, that is who you're supposed to be with to death do you part. And there's no place for you to be lusting and looking to the side and say, "Well, he might be packing better than my husband." God will fix that. I promise y'all. Y'all think it's a joke? Go ahead and try God.
JP, did you about the man who got surgery baller?
I didn't hear you.
Did you all
I
We
can't
can't
hear
hear
you real chat.
hold on one second.
Good evening, Councilman.
Again.
you. They need to be honest. They wolves before that.
How about now? Hear me now?
They served me for that too, but you know,
Hear me now?
little. Go ahead, say something.
Something? Anything?
Okay, it's
All right.
better.
All right. So JP, did you hear the story about the gentleman who got he had a really insecurity about his height, and so he got surgery so he could be 6 feet tall
Mm-hmm.
on his
I heard
legs.
about it. Yep.
Yep.
They got
Got
surgery for
retrained and had his
everything right
legs
now.
retrained and everything.
The
Yeah, they got
topic
surgery
is social
for
media versus your man. Can you explain it a little bit more, champ? All I did was when I came on, she was talking about, you were talking about the undefeated toes of the world, and she was talking about they could still win a championship with broke with corns and bunions.
They sure
I
can.
was like, nah, you ain't gonna get no championship trophy with the corns and the bunions. And like he said, them toes throwing up gang signs. I'm just trying to figure out. He
Look,
said social media versus your man. What does that real topic start off as?
Well, she covered it already, and then we
Okay.
conversation.
segue.
But she pretty much
Okay,
said
champ.
your man. If you have a man of value, you should pick your man over social media. That was her stance.
Pretty much.
Oh.
Yeah. I
And
know. You
I
know what?
think that
Like I
people
said,
involved in a
both people
relationship
said
shouldn't
that.
even people involved in a relationship shouldn't even follow each other on social media at all. And if I was like in a serious relationship, see, I'm in entertainment, so I do television, film, radio, speaking engagements. So I post flyers and other type of content. So I really, social media is a part of my job.
Right.
But people that have social media to be social with, I wouldn't probably follow or accept. I would have a private page, and I would only accept um, or follow people that were like friends or family members because it's not a good look, you know. And then it causes, like, if you got an insecure woman, you know what's gonna happen. She's gonna get on there every time you make a post and you got that fresh drip on, like, you know what I'm saying, you got a shirt with some clean shit on the back and you put the multi-layer, you know what I'm saying, you got the shoes to match and shit, you looking fly. She gonna go soon as you post it and look and see everybody who liked your post, everybody who loved your post, everybody who did the little warm, cuddly teddy bear to your post, and then she gonna either question the bitch or she gonna question you. What's she doing loving your post? Baby, I just posted the post. I didn't tell her what kind of score or what type of response, how to respond to my post. And that's all I feel.
okay, but when in a relationship is it okay? It has to be where it's okay for you to be able to follow each other and actually
Well,
be in a relationship.
I don't believe you shouldn't follow each other. Let me tell you something. If you're secure in your relationship, and it's truly secure. Let's be 100. You know, like you said, if I don't know if both parties going to be entertainment or one is entertainment, but like you said, you know, and this is my job, and this and that, third. Of course, I wouldn't. My spouse follow my page. I would follow his page. We do. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do, because it ain't nothing I'm hiding. What am I hiding? Because to me, if you're not following, you can't see what I'm up to. Like a lot of people be on here just marry folk and just twerking and flirting and all that. And that's because they hide their page from their damn spouse. No, hell no. That's like keeping a damn secret. No, we don't have no secrets. I see your page, you see my page. I got your passcode, you got my passcode. What kind of games we playing? And you know, even some people have couple pages where it ain't no you have your own and you have your own. We got our own. You understand? We both go live for this other. We both we both posted on here. You know what I'm saying? So, nah, I don't believe in that. I don't believe in no secret pages and you don't follow me and I don't follow you. Nobody know we together. Yeah, y'all want to keep it incognito, cool. But as far as your spouse not be able to see what you're doing online, to me, that's questionable at best. And that's a big question mark for your relationship. And people wonder why they Jones don't last.
Well, me, I think I think that's fine for you, but if I'm not already following or friends with a person that I get into a relationship with, then I'm gonna keep that separate. I'm not gonna be like, you know, we together now. What's your Facebook name? Oh, Sassy Elegant. Let me send you a friend request and you better
Why
accept it.
are
To
you
me, that's
waiting?
weird. But now, if we was already together and we was already, I mean, if we were already following each other on social media and that drew us to each other and then we got together, then that's cool. But to be like social media stalking, that's weird to me. I don't put that much emphasis on social media. I walked away from 23,000 followers on my other page because I relocated from Hollywood and I didn't want that Hollywood fake ass shit attached to me. I started a fresh new page with just people I kind of actually knew, friends, family, shit like that. And you know, it's not that important unless I'm using it to sell products and goods and make money off of. But I don't lock my phone because I'm not in a committed relationship right now. I'm single with no kids.
Mhm.
But all of that, give me your password and you take my password and all that shit, that's too much. I mean, my wife, she could have my code and here's my phone and all of that. But if I'm just like dating somebody, seeing somebody, we go together, I'm not about to be
I think
sharing
you're talking about
passwords and all
term.
that,
You're not talking about,
JP.
quick little I'm gonna sleep with you here there for the next 3 months, but I don't really like you like that. As another chick I'm eyeing. I ain't talking about that. Talking about somebody you
Yeah.
seriously committed with. And to me, it's like, okay, if I prior to us getting a relationship, well, when we decide to be exclusive, now let's say we've been dating a year, 2 years. Why am I not your friend on Facebook? Why are we not friends on social? It just don't make sense. People who change their relationship status all the time and say, I'm married to such and such, engaged to such and such. Like, if you didn't change that, your shit still saying single, we've been together 3-4 years, we got a problem. I should be seeing on your page just as much as you see it on my page. And like you said, everybody's relationship is different. It is what works best for you. But to me, to be like, oh well, you wasn't already on it, so why does it matter? Like that, you got to start questioning that person because really, what are you really up to? What are you really up to? Because a lot
I ain't never
of people on
changed my
social media, that's
Facebook
where a lot of people
status.
start.
I'm one of the
Secret
beautiful
DMs,
people out
secret
there
stuff.
that been in multiple relationships and I done been in and out of relationships and I haven't never went back and told Facebook that my status in my relationship had changed and put committed relationship or married. I ain't never been married, but I never checked in with Facebook and switched it up. So I guess I just ain't shit.
Can I say this though? I want to
You
say
got to
this,
put that in the story.
and
You got
I
to do
want to
it.
give my my little 2 cents to like his subject, his topic matter. So right, so let me begin with this. So we know like without trust, there's nothing, right? Right. So I say that to say that social media. I did a whole entire series on this a year ago, and I called it social media warfare. And one of the rules that I have on social media warfare is rule number one: never always keep your personal business outside the social media streets. That's number one. Nobody, you don't have to worry about nobody knowing about your business or whatever you're doing if you don't put it on social media. That's number one. Number two, if I have to ask you, and this is in my opinion, you tell me if you're different. If I have to ask you to check your phone, if I have to have a doubt in the mind that I gotta check your phone, just throw the relationship in the trash. Because why do I have to have a doubt in mind that what you got on phone? Let me see what you're doing, your text messages, stuff like that. Why does there have to be a doubt in mind that I need to check your phone? Whatever is in your phone before I met you is going to be in that phone after I meet you. No one in all reality is just going to just drop their phone and every person that they had in their contacts for that person. It really depends on the individual and how they were moving before they met their future significant other in the first place. It's called I'm not changing because of you. This is just who I am. If you're a genuine person, this is just who you are. If you have if your Rolodex has all these holes and all these other people in your contacts, they're still going to be in your phone. That's just the type of person that person is, and you can't turn a hoe into a housewife.
You know we are. You gonna
Well, I
argue
was
about that
with you
one. A lot
all
of
the
brothers
way until you
married
made
into
that
hoes.
left.
Listen. Let me
I
let me
was
say.
riding
You
with
can't.
him.
You.
I was riding with him. He
I'm
was
listen. I'm
rolling.
gonna.
He was on a roll.
He was.
He was
Let me
hitting the
say this.
gas.
Let
He
me
was
say this.
hugging the curves.
I'm
He was going the other
I'm gonna
way.
elaborate.
And
I'm
then
gonna
he made
elaborate,
that left hand turn
and I'm
at
gonna
the end, talking
elaborate.
about holes in the phone and all that. Hey,
Listen.
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 Once you get in a committed relationship, certain other stuff goes out of the window. If I'm in a committed relationship, now my character and my integrity is at play. So if I get into a relationship with a woman as a commitment, there's an assumption there that I'm going to be honest and true to her. So there's no need for me to have other women's phone numbers in my phone, all them little hookups and sneaky links and all that shit. That's how that happens. I need to go and delete all that
But
shit because that's only that.
this.
Hold on, sir. I just listened to you speak for 2
Okay.
minutes.
So yeah. Do you think?
At a certain point, you have to get those. Excuse me. Let me keep it on me, and then it's not a discussion. It's just, I mean, it's not an argument. It's a discussion. Me, I don't even allow those distractions in my life. Once I make a commitment to a lady, then I feel that she is all that I need. Therefore, all the rest of that stuff is not paramount anymore. That's all secondary, and really, it's just trash.
Yep.
So I need to get rid of the trash and get that out of the way so that I don't even have an opportunity to mess up something that was so good, and I acknowledge was so good, that I made a commitment to. See, that's what people do. They get into a relationship because they greedy and they want to put their paws on somebody, but they don't want to do the work that it takes to sustain a good relationship by doing the precursor steps to
Yep.
avoid the
Avoid
conflict.
conflict.
See, I can avoid the conflict by keeping my way out of the bullshit. I'm not going on no other ladies' posts and doing the love emojis and flirting and oh you're so handsome, you don't even have to respond to it. You don't have to delete the comment, but you don't got to respond to it. You don't got to have other ladies' phone numbers in your phone, so
Right.
you don't be scrolling through and then happen to be like, well, what's she up to? All of that's distractions,
Yep.
in my humble opinion.
But and I completely agree with what you're saying, but it just goes to say to what I was saying earlier. I said that's the difference between who somebody truly is versus who they're willing to change for. Like that's just who you are as a person.
Y'all stop with this.
That's just who you are. That's just who you are as a person.
Yeah, that's the one that I wanted to address. She said, "I'm never clear. I just supposed to be never clearing my roster until you marry me, and that's why she won't be married." I'm not like I'm gonna say it blunt. Y'all know I'm blunt as hell. Love you, sis, but let me keep it blunt with you. That's why you'll never be married because that mindset already until you made me your wife. I'm not clearing it. No, while you're dating, you're supposed to be dating with the intent for marriage. So you should already be a wife prior to him meeting you. And a wife would never keep her Rolodex open with niggas who could be a potential if this nigga mess up. Because if you already thinking with 1 foot out the door, he don't want to wife you anyway. So no,
wow,
that's supposed to be done during the process of the relation when you know you're going to the next step.
And that's the case in point that I was trying to make earlier. What you just said, sir. And what's your name? Because I want to address you correctly.
Dino Brown, entertainer.
All right, Dino. So I can call you Dino. So that's a difference.
Yes, sir.
That's the difference. In the example that I made and what you said, that's the difference between who you are as a person and who she is as a woman. This is how. If this is how you move, this is how you start. This is how you're going to finish. You start off how you end. If you start off manipulating, you're not going to stop manipulating. It's about who you are. Like nobody in their right mind said, "Let me just change like a light switch." And a perfect example. What she just said in that example was literally the complete opposite of the example that you gave on that's just who you are. Like people are who they are. Nobody, even when they go to marriage, nobody's gonna hit the switch and say I'm not gonna be. This is why I use the example of like I didn't mean to use the word like a hoe, but I have to say what's right on my mind because it's the only way I'm gonna get people to understand what I'm saying. You're not gonna hit a light switch when you get married and say, oh, now I'm gonna be faithful. Now I'm gonna erase everybody out my phone. Now I'm gonna do this. No, who you are before is who you're going to be even after the marriage. If you're a wholehearted person before, that's who you're going to be before you meet the person, when you meet the person, after you get married. It's who you are.
Well, although I respect your opinion,
you have the ability.
listen, although I respect your opinion because you have the right to have your own opinion, I disagree. And I think that there's twofold to it.
I'm listening.
When I start a new job, and I'm not saying a woman is a job. When I start a new job, I'm going to flip a switch and transfer my thinking. I'm going to start going to bed earlier so that I can prepare myself to wake up earlier so I can be of sound mind, body, and soul and have a good performance on the job the next day. If I'm going out on Thursday nights to the comedy club and then I get a new job that I had to be there at 7 a.m., then I'm going to say I'm not going to the comedy club because the job is more important than the partying. So I think that when we get into a marriage or a relationships, there are certain things that I'm going to flip the switch and I'm going to change because there's certain behaviors that I can attribute that aren't acceptable in a relationship, and I have to acknowledge and realize that.
Right.
Now, separately, though, I think that when a person meets a person, it's also very important to identify what their traits are. And instead of saying, I want this person and I'm going to fix or change this other thing about them that I don't like. I think that's where the problems come in because people get into the situation in where they feel like they like everything except for this. And while they get into the relationship, they're going to fix that instead of coming to the relationship saying, this is a person that's going to be supportive, is going to makes me feel good, and I can deal with the flaws that they have, whether they change them or not, because the rest of them makes me feel so good. I would hope that they can fix some of these other things to make me feel more comfortable, but if they don't, I still am willing to be with this person, so then there's less disappointment, and then there's not the resolution or disillusion or separation of the unit because people already come in on the right premise and mind frame about how the standards of the relationship should take place.
And then on top of that, I'm a piggyback, right? It's like, what are y'all doing in these relationships? Y'all be in a relationship 1, 2 years. What y'all doing? Just fucking? Y'all ain't talking. Y'all ain't communicating. Y'all ain't planning. Y'all ain't doing counseling. What are y'all doing? Like, see, that's the bigger part to be like you said, wait till marriage and try to clean it up. No, while we are in the whole entire relationship, we are making steps. We're making strides to know how this is going to be structured moving forward for the rest of our lives. Like, that was one of the first things when me and my husband first got together when we were dating was, okay, I knew I was, I had a couple men I was dating, not sleeping with, dating, because I was playing the field, trying to figure out who would be a good, worthy person to be in a relationship with, right? Narrowed it down, my husband, cool. When we decided we was going to be exclusive, one of the things I didn't have to agree to it, but this was part of it, was you got to get rid of any hoes. If you were sleeping with them and screwing them, cool. You can't, and there ain't no friendship thing. You want a relationship with me, this is what we not going to do. And I'm going to do the same. So that was already understood when we were getting into an exclusive relationship. Because I don't have time to be a year, 2 years down the line, like, you got to get rid of them. You shouldn't be talking to them. You're like, who wants to do that? I'm going to be planning my forever with you. We supposed to be thinking about bigger plans. You know what I'm saying? Like, when we going to have kids and when we going to get this house and when we going, those are the things we supposed to be working on. Y'all still 2 years down the line talking about he supposed to get rid of this bitch on his phone? You got a problem. You got a problem. That happens day motherfucking one when he decides you're going to be my girlfriend, I'm going to be your boyfriend. I see you being my future wife. I see you being my future husband. That should be already established from get-go.
All right, pin comment. Y'all go around the room. The comment says, that's why you practice being faithful now, so it's stuck. As if I'm not single, but if I were single, how the hell can I practice being faithful? I don't understand. You that's like
Yeah, I get that. I get that. I get what I guess I get what she's trying to say. Like, okay, so for instance, there's certain things that you do. Like, for instance, I do something small. Like, I hated ironing, right? I was like, I fucking hate ironing. I'm never gonna iron, da da da. But I prepared myself. I started to iron shit like all the time because I said, I get my husband, I'm likely gonna have to iron a shirt or two for him. I can't just be like, I don't fucking like iron shirt. I was preparing myself. So I guess what she's saying is, I guess when she decides that she's going to focus on a person, she's not hollering at this person in a text message. She's not calling this one on the side. Like, she's not playing those kind of games ahead of time. You understand? So that way she gets in the habit of, I'm not going to call this dude on the side. I'm not going to text this dude. I'm not going to wave or flirt with a dude out. You know, that I think that's what she means by the practice part. That's the way you can practice in your singleness. I know it sounds weird, but like I said, I teach women on how to prepare themselves prior to even dating, and then once they're dating, what they do in a relationship. So it makes sense if you really put it in retrospect. But you're men, so I don't expect y'all to get what she was trying to say. But I get it.
It sounds like what she's saying. It sounds like what she's saying is, you know, like putting yourself in the mindset where like you're moving like a wife.
Right, pretty much.
That's pretty much what she was saying.
I
Like,
hope I cleared it up for you, Therese, but I know.
I think that's important though, because I think that's some of the things that we're lacking in today's society with the young people, because we have this integration and type of almost a unisex society. And when I say that, I'm not speaking to anybody's sexual preference, because I believe everybody has a right to do what they want as an adult. But I think all the boys do the same dances as the girls, and they all wear the same shoes and clothes and same colors and all of that shit. So it's almost like with that almost comes the same type of a thought process. Whereas I don't know if I'm just tweaking. You guys can respond and let me know, or in the comments. When I was young, it seemed like boys did certain things, girls did certain things. Boys had the guy dances, women had the women's dances. Boys talked a certain way, women talked a certain way. Now women talking about what color a booty hole is.
You know what, Dino? Shut up.
What?
Well, women talk.
Women more gangster in the music and in the music videos and on the damn reality TV shows than the men. I wish he would come around here. I'm gonna smack fire out that nigga, B. Y'all better tell him y'all know my body.
But Dino,
y'all know my body. Right? I smack fire out of him and his mother. I'ma dig his dead mother up, smack her, then bury her, then fuck her, and then bring her back. I said, what are these ladies doing? Where are we at in the world?
They're not trained properly or taught properly. See, this is why it's important. They take that, be his homie, be his best friend to the left. They take it way far left. You understand? They don't get it. When we hear that, we want to be, okay, all right, men want us to vibe with them. They want us to understand them. Okay, how else we do it? Then we start taking on their mannerisms, but that's not what's meant by that. And unfortunately, when they're not guided properly, this is what happens. You understand? His homie, his lover, and friend is not what that means. Not acting like him and holding your nutsack like him. That's not what it means. It means getting to know the things that interest him as well. And,
right.
You know, being a part of that. Like you said, you can sit on the side with your husband and watch football because you don't learn a couple of the plays. You know,
exactly.
That's touchdown. Flag on the play, you know what I'm saying? That's
right.
Touchdown. Right. You learn something. So now you can sit with him and bother him and be like, hey, what that mean? What they say? You know what I'm saying? That's how you get
right.
Not this way. So like I said, we don't have a lot of people talking to our women, teaching our women, even our young ladies, on what it means to be his homie, lover, and friend. They don't get it. They don't get it.
I like that. What you think, Big Dog, the host? Oh, I gotta follow you too, champ. Let me go follow you right now, because that man got that shirt and tie on. He's serious. That's Ricardo Allen. You a real player too. I could tell, man. You. Go ahead, though. I'm sorry. I want to hear the response to your question. I followed you though, champ.
I'm gonna follow back. I can't right now because of whatever the stupid
Yeah, don't
issue. But
worry about it.
so the first initial one, gonna. I'm not listen. If I'm not in a committed relationship with her, I'm not acting. I'm not participating because the thing that is a hunter, this guy right here,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go, and even as a good hunter, you don't eat everything. So you have to take advantage of the time you eat. And some women don't want to hear that, but you want a man who has value. And if this man has value, you know that so that don't mean that I can't be faithful in a relationship, but that's not something I need to practice. Once I put everything off, I'm with her, I have tunnel vision, that's it for me. But if I'm not in a relationship with her, it's time to eat. I'm hunting. It's simple.
Yeah.
So I don't.
Damn, he dropped some jewels right there. I don't know if y'all caught that or not. Ricardo said, I'm going to step into my natural place in human nature and I'm gonna hunt. But even a good hunter don't eat everything. I'ma hold my value. Oh, he is Kevin Samuels reincarnated. Man, he dropped a real jewel on him. He was illustrious with his delivery and everything. That was smooth. And I'm not saying you agree with everything Kevin Samuels said, but I'm saying your delivery, you know, it was polished. That was real player, man. I'm going to use that fella.
But see, like you said, even with the hunter, somebody said the male animalistic nature that women don't understand. No. I wouldn't even say that women don't understand it. I think there's a level, like you said, even boys have to be trained how to be proper hunters. Like he said, I'm a skilled hunter. He ain't just a hunter. See, a lot of men out here like, yeah, I want to get that woman, get this woman, get this one. He said, I'm a skilled hunter. I know when it's good meat and bad meat. You understand? There's a difference. So like you said, you got dudes in their boyhood phase of hunting. And then women get that confused with the men who are skilled hunters. And I'm gonna go back to the original topic. And this is why you will see where the men won't choose this one who has all her meat out, titties, ass, all that. He won't choose that. That's bad meat. Then throw that to the side. I don't want that. I'm waiting for this good meat, the one that keeps it covered up. You know, the one I know, like when I get
so glad that you clarified that.
All that good stuff.
I'm glad you clarified that, JB, because I was going to have to say pause. Because you was like, yeah, the man has to be a good hunter of the good meat. Pause. Wait a minute. That's the problem we got right now. Men hunting too much meat.
I want women to see this too. I want them to understand this too, right? Okay, say for instance, you did show all your assets and everything on social media. Let's just say he didn't even know the dude you with. I don't know how he wouldn't know. Let's just say you kept it real private and secret for whatever reason.
Right.
He takes you over to, I don't know, a charity ball. You dressed in your most beautiful evening gown, just beautiful and gorgeous. And you sit at a table amongst his colleagues and his constituents, and you're just smiling away. And then all of a sudden, you see this other dude lean over to your man and whisper something. Then you see your man's face change. And you wonder, what's going on? Now, homie just told me.
No, I know exactly what's going on. He's going to next reach into his pocket and hand her a piece of gum.
In front of his constituents and his colleagues and all that. And he's going to drop that ass like a bad habit. See, this is what I'm trying to say. Why even put yourself in that position? You would have met all these are millionaires. These are people who are into like saving Africa and all that. And here you are embarrassing this damn man because somebody noticed your titties and ass all on the ground and got a whisper at a damn charity ball. Why?
Right.
Stop
Why?
It. Stop it now. Before that is you. Before that is your story. Stop.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, can't argue with that.
He didn't.
Damn, JP, how many pages you got?
He didn't.
I just looked at this my main page.
I'm sorry.
I got like 5.
You got 5.
But yeah. I'm just saying, he didn't know it. She hit it. That's what I'm saying. Like, stop doing it, because at the end of the day, like you said, I know it'd be like, oh, I'm in my free spirit era. I'm all, okay, that's cool. Be in your free spirit era then. But when you 50 and washed up, I'm sorry, some of 50 where we be fine when we black. But like y'all be 50 and washed up and wondering why I ain't get picked up by men, because the last 6-7 years you've been showing ass in your gram talking about you and your free spirit. And that's what,
Actually,
while you was doing that, he was searching for a wife. And he passed by you 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times. He considered you probably 3, 4 of those times. But every time he turned around and considered you, he saw more ass. So he passed.
Well,
it's not,
Alexander Juan answered your question with the word of God. He said lusting after the flesh, and I think it's very important, though, although we have the freedom of speech and the freedom of presentation, that we make our presentation line up with our will. So if my will is to find a wife, then my will is going to not be walking around with my pants sagging and gold teeth and hat to the side. I'm going to be presenting myself as someone that wants to be in a relationship that's serious about life, and conducting myself in a manner in which I understand that not only do I represent myself, but I represent my union with the young lady and her as well, because they're going to be like, oh, well, that's so-and-so's man. Look at him over there. You know, he ain't even cleaned his drawers. Skid marks, got nerve to be sagging, all that type of shit. But same thing goes with a woman. If you want to dress like Cardi B and all of them that get paid millions of dollars to have their boobs out and all of that to sell more records, then expect those type of relationships. In and out, in and out. Once they throw that sausage up in you, then they on to the next. It's just a hunt. It's not a hunt for relationship. It's a hunt for the lust of the flesh. If the only thing that you present is the flesh, then a man is going to attack you for your flesh, not for your mind. If you're leading with your tits and your BBL, don't think that he's going to come and ask you if you have a library card. I mean, it's just common sense.
Hey,
But no, and then, even if he married you, let's say you the needle in the haystack, you get that lucky chance that he marries you, right? You wonder why he's still sleeping with shorties that's doing the same thing out there. He don't stop sleeping with them, because ain't nothing about you was different. Ain't nothing about you stood out. Ain't nothing about you said, you know what, I'm just stick to her. It's like, okay, I married you, I took you where you might have had gave the best head that he ever had at that moment, so you decided to wife it and keep it in the house. But now he's still sleeping with her, who dress like you, act like you, shake your booty like you, and you wondering why. But he made me the wife. No, somebody said no one is finding love on the internet. Let's be honest, guys. Let me put it like this. Nowadays, social media is your damn resume. You trying to get a job. The job is marriage. This your resume. What if that's all you had to present? I'm gonna stop you right. Let me put it in a different mindset for you. He don't want nothing else. He don't want your college transcript. He don't want it. He said, let me see your social media as your resume. That this is going to be your prerequisite that you're going to be my wife. Could you get the job, sis? Could you get the job?
Right.
I mean,
Somebody said we on here being judged. Evolutionary Brooklyn said we on here being super judgmental. And everybody's judgmental. I mean, even whether you speak it openly or not, your thought process is based on what? It's based on your experiences. And my experience is how I judge things. If I told my cousin Day he could borrow $20, and before he paid back the $20, he came back and asked to borrow another 10, then I'm going to say, hey, I'm not giving you the 10 because when I loaned you the 20 and you told me you was going to pay it back on Friday when you got paid and you didn't, I'm not going to give you no more money. It's based on my experience. So we are judgmental. Well, excuse me, let me keep it on me. Hold on, let me cam up. Let me keep it on me.
It's definitely not.
I'm judgmental.
Well, all the real men, please stand up. Is the internet used as a form of a prerequisite to choosing your spouse?
I'm gonna say something about that comment.
Oh, my bad, Jesus, I can't hear you. What you say, bro?
Oh, can you hear me?
I want to say something about that comment. At the end of the day, it's not up So you can carry yourself however you want to carry, but at the end of the day, the world doesn't revolve around you. The market decides. So, you could say all day we're being judgmental, but at the end of the day, our actions causes reactions. The reactions comes from the market. You can't be a reaction to yourself. The market sees what you do, and then they determine how they move around you. That's the bottom line. The market decides, not you.
That's why I said, that's why as women, I did it. I used to be there thinking like that too. I could do what I want and dress how I want and feel how I want and all that. And it sound good. But guess what, sis? Why we all thinking that? I ain't trying to sleep with a woman. I ain't trying to be married to a woman. I ain't trying to be chosen by a woman. Trying to be chosen by a man. What is he into? What does he respect? What is he like? What's going to make me stand out amongst the many others he come across? If 1,000 of y'all are shaking titties and ass on the gram and showing everything, and I'm not, I guarantee you the 100 men in the room are going to all flock towards me and not y'all. I want to stand out from the crowd. I want to be the golden egg, not the white ones. The only golden egg in the room that they see. Don't you want to be there? I don't understand. It's really not that hard. And the fact
I
that we have to
JP, I agree.
women like they're 10 years old is a problem. Y'all should know this. This is common sense. We took probability in school. We know math. We know all that. What's the probability that you're going to be chose acting like this?
But okay, so the one point that
I like my odds to be grand, not minuscule. Right?
he's saying market determines it, so there must be a standard of what good looks are, what's a good woman. There's still a standard, and a lot of women, not men, will say, I don't go by none of that. I don't answer to none of that. I am who I am. I'm going to do what I want to do, and you can accept it or not,
right.
Which is not correct, because there's, depending on the city, 2, 4, or 8 times as many available women to one man. And they act like they don't care. But guess what? The numbers after 35, all these, it's not 50, because you said something about 50, JP. It's not 50.
Oh, I know.
It's 35. 35, they're like, you know what? I think all the I got my Pookies and Ray Rays out the way. Let me find a Frank. A Frank is a guy who has a good 200. He's an engineer. He's a lawyer. He's an accountant. He drives an S-Class. He's square as fuck. He's boring as hell. Pays all his bills. Has an 800 credit score and $500,000 in the bank. That's Frank. But now they tired of Pookie and Ray Ray because he don't keep a job. Now they want to talk to Frank at 35, 40. You didn't have all your fun. Now you want to talk to Frank. Frank tried to holler at you when he was on the way up. You could have built with him. He wasn't good enough. Now you're like, damn, I want to be able to travel. I want to be able to vacation. I want to have things in life. I want to live in a nice house. I want to drive a nice car. I need to go holler at Frank. Because Pookie.
Okay, let me, because the judging people. No. A fact is not an attack. That's like my favorite thing. A fact is not an attack. Okay? A fact. I'm gonna repeat it again for everybody. A fact is not an attack. Okay? So we're telling you something that's factual. It's not judging you. It is not attacking you. At the end of the day, are you getting the results from doing what you're doing? Like they say, insanity is doing the same thing, expecting a different result. Are you getting the result from what you've been doing? If you still single, screaming out to the internet, screaming out to the world, screaming out to anybody who has ears to listen, I'm single and I want a man, I want a man, I want a man. Then get mad when we give you advice on how to get them, and then you want to call it judgment? You really don't want a man. You just want to play victim. You just want to be saved without making any change. No, that's not how it works. It's not how it works.
Right.
So go ahead and keep sitting there and hoping that a light bulb gonna come. It ain't. You got your words of wisdom. You keep calling it judgment. You keep ignoring it. So you want to stay stuck in that boat by your damn self. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I mean, so hold on. Blissful says she's talking to women who want a husband. Isn't that the goal? If it's not the goal, then you're in the wrong conversation. If you just want to be somebody's side piece or girlfriend for the rest of your life, I don't have that conversation in me.
Comrade.
I don't know what that sounds like. I can't. I wouldn't tell nobody I don't like. Hey, just go be somebody's what the rest of your life. you 35 or 40, that means you got 20 to 30 years based on mortality that you
Right.
won't, that you will die alone, that you won't like lots of cats and motherfucking dogs. And
Now, don't get me wrong. There's women getting married in their 50s, 60s and stuff, but that probability is small. It's not grand. It's not grand. So it's like, why would you want to play these games? And then, like, my thing is, you're playing the game all wrong. This ain't how you win. It ain't how you win. It ain't how you win. Like you said, show me that it works. Like I always tell people, show me your results. I don't listen. Nobody ain't got no damn result. Show me your results that it works. And it works happily and blissfully and peaceably. That's on top of that. Because, it's easy to get married and be in a relationship and all that, but is it happy? Is it peaceable? Is it blissful? Is it everything that you long for and hope for and want it to be? Does it have standards and morals involved? I'm talking about something different.
Come on now.
I'm just saying. So, like, listen, everybody, like you said, not everybody wants to have kids. Not everybody, like you said, you want to end up being a cum rag? You want to end up just having multiple sexual partners your whole life? You want to die with no benefits or anything like that? There's no life insurance, you know what I'm saying? Because you can't get nothing from a dude that ain't your husband. You can't get nothing from a chick that ain't your wife. So I'm just being 100. Y'all want to live unsecured for your whole entire life? Then that's on you. Hey, I ain't talking to y'all. Y'all ain't my audience. But the ones who say they want a great, I'm not going to say good, a great caliber man. A man with standards, morals, values, going to take care of them, love, honest, cherish, obey, respect, and do all these things. There's a resume that you have to have for that kind of man. And if you, listen, I'm being 100 right now. If you ain't trying to do that, step aside, sis, because I know plenty of other sisters who willing to do that and want him. Please step your ass aside and play with the F boys and play with the young boys. Yeah, don't mess with our men. Don't mess with our kids. You keep playing with your dudes that's made for you.
And it's okay. The thing is, it's okay to want what you want. It's okay to want whatever you want, but you got to ask yourself the things that you want. And then, man, you got to ask yourself that kind of caliber, man. You got to ask yourself, what's he want?
Right.
And never consider what he wants.
And I write that in my book, y'all.
But if he had that option,
you want it, go get
would he choose you?
They don't care.
Exactly.
They're gonna pick their options. They're gonna try to define I call it Jesus walking, because they want 10 out of 10 of the things that they want and require.
She's very, very single. She is pissed. You trigger people. You see it. It's one person just triggered like
always talk
mother. It's like
about the possibilities, but they never talk about the probabilities.
Exactly. That's what I said. The probability. I don't deal with possibility. Probability. What is the likelihood you're going to get them? And what's the likelihood you're going to get them before you croak? What's the likelihood you're going to get them before you can even stop having kids, before you run into menopause? What's your likelihood? I'm saying, it's always people with no results always got something to say. I just, like I said, show me your work for you, sis. Stop getting triggered on here. They say hit dog a holler. They say you ain't doing your job, and somebody left out here the same. So hopefully she's so damn bald that she go fix her damn self and go finally get chose. Only one damn person in the comment just bothered. Other people's quiet because they're like, oh shit, that clicked a little. All right, I'm gonna take some notes. All right, she might be right. All right, he might be right. All right. I'm one woman up here, married woman up here, I was single. I went through the whole single game, the F boys, I went through all that stuff too. I'm not shy to the game. I was not no hermit sitting in the house. I was outside. So I get it. I get the struggle, sis. I get the struggle, sisters. I get it. And this is why I'm trying to help. I ain't here trying to keep y'all stuck and single and alone and sad. Hell no. I want to see us all winning in love the right way, not the wrong way. But you can't fight those who trying to help you. There's 3 men up here too talking to you. Plenty of others out here still. I had a lot of them talk like this. Y'all don't listen.
And
y'all own bubble, cool. That's fine. Like I said, please go in that bubble with the F boys and stuff. The good men, they don't need to be tainted with this bull. If you don't want it, cool. Just stay from around them parts, please. Because there's good sisters looking for them. And we don't want them getting a bad rep or getting the bad experiences and be like, damn, is there any good sisters out there? Because they don't even count to y'all chicks. No.
At the end of the day, nobody, ourselves included, nobody is greater than improvement. Every teacher has a teacher. We're all human. You know, nobody's ever going to be perfect. There's room to learn from other people until the day you die. Nobody's ever going to be perfect. Nobody has it all. Nobody knows it all. If you knew it all, then you would.
I lost him at the end. Hey, I'm gonna rotate the panel. I got 4 or 5 people want to come up. Anybody want to cam down?
Okay, y'all, this was my time. I loved y'all. I'm about to hit the bed. Okay, I ain't even gonna hold y'all. This is y'all know I'm be on IG after sunset, but it is for my bro. A great topic. I'm glad we did this.
I'm a cam down as well.
Y'all get y'all another woman up here talking that hot stuff, okay?
I'm gonna stick with you. I'm gonna stick with you, Ricardo. I'm coming right back. I just had to change my location real quick, and I wanted to give everybody else an opportunity to voice their opinion and just listen, which gave me the opportunity to learn and add to my overall experience based on listening. But I'm still with you, baby.
Okay, cool. JP,
All right,
I really appreciate
y'all.
the consideration. Look forward to it. Hey, if you ever need me, please let me know. I'm available, or I'll make myself available. I really appreciate you.
Thank you for having me, and y'all can follow me on all social media platforms. JP Writes Pub. Okay, check it out. I definitely have my books on Amazon. They are part of self-love. I saw somebody say, you know, love yourself. That's the first journey, is doing the work on yourself, working on what you want to become for the spouse you want to. Then I have another one with the dating field, how to navigate through all the BS and the F boys and learn how to solidify an exclusive relationship, how to pick them right? And then once you're in that relationship, how to get here. So I love y'all, sisters. I said this all with love. It's not to hurt or harm you. It's to give you love and to help you. And I'm out.
Good evening, ma'am. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Great. I can't complain. I'm sure you have something that you want to add because you requested. Where in the previous conversations did you want to take your shot?
No, I just think that women go about relationships one way, men go about relationships another way. And I think we just need to have a happy medium in figuring that out, what works for you, what works for what's going on for you. Like Blissful said, okay, she may not be a woman who wants to get married. I've never seen but one happy marriage in my whole life. You know what I mean? So for me, look, my mother didn't have a happy marriage. My grandmother, they stayed together for 50-something years and wasn't in a good marriage. And all my friends, all I hear is about the divorce stories and the horror stories, and you can't get rid of this dude, you can't get rid of, he took all my money, she took all my money, da 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 da. So when Blissful says that, I understand that. Not that that's what you go into a relationship looking for, but a lot of people have had or watched bad relationships. So my whole point with this is that you have to find what that person wants and what they're looking for, and you have to find somebody at the right path at the right time. I just got out of a 6-year relationship. We had a long distance relationship. Everybody thought, oh, that was weird. Y'all got a long distance relationship. It worked for me. I needed my space because I run my own business, and he needed his space because he works his job and what he does. So it was fine for me. But then until it wasn't fine. And then I was just like, you know what? I'm actually moving out the country. Let me spend some time with you. He said no. I said cool. And the relationship was over from that point. So that is, and does he want me back today? Yes. But that's not the point. My whole point is you got to find that person at the place you're at. I grew, he stayed the same way. So you have to find that person where you're at when you're in your process of doing what you're doing. So if there's girls out here, guys out here who love the naked broads, there's an audience for that. I worked at a barbershop. I've seen it. They don't want the ladies who are covered up. They don't want that right now in their life. Now, ask them about 5 or 10 years later, they may want that. But at that point in their life, that's what those girls get dates. Those girls are getting all the views on Instagram. That's what works. That's what they're looking for.
Thank you. Okay. I'm not coming for you, so I'm going to use generalizations, but I'm going to comment on some of the things you said, okay?
Okay.
All right. So if your parents, you mentioned, and so if you've seen people that you know or might have known that didn't have a successful marriage, that don't mean all marriages are not successful. In our generation,
No.
but there are people, because I can say that my parents had a successful marriage and my father passed of brain cancer. That was successful. It was unfortunate for my mother. She couldn't help that. My grandparents on both sides, one had a 60-something year marriage and the other one had another 40-something, but my grandfather passed. Then I have multiple layers of aunts and uncles that are all still married in their 30th and 40th years. So I see what it looks like. Now, if you had an unfortunately shitty guy, I'm going to call him that because you said that it wasn't working out and you weren't happy with him and then he broke up with you, didn't want to come back. Bad choices on his part. But I'm sure there's a guy who at this point today, if you gave the right person an opportunity, he would be like, yes, ma'am, I'm going to treat you right. I'm not going to cheat on you. I want to protect, provide, and give you good sex or the best that he can available. He might not make $300,000, he might make $150,000, or he might make $75,000. But there's a man out there that will desire you as a woman and try to his best to give you everything that you want and desire. Again, it might not be up here standard, but it's going to be the best that motherfucker got. And that doesn't mean that there's not available men. So the conversation is there's a lot of women, and okay, one other fact. Those guys that like those women who dress naked, who show titties, who show the ass, who flirt with everybody, yes, they want them for fucking. They don't want them for marriage. They want them for practice. They don't want to take them home to mama. They don't want to show them off at the family reunion because they know that if they leave them alone, what's going to happen? Dino gonna hit her behind the garage and gonna tear her guts up, and then she's gonna come back like ain't nothing happened. No, he wants. Listen, the right man. He wants a woman who is gonna protect herself, cover herself, and only want to be with that one man that's gonna do the same thing for her.
Right, and I agree with that. But everybody has their phases in life. That's why I've been throwing little stuff out there because I'm like, some girls I've known at 25, 26 years old, they're porn stars. They're on all OnlyFans. You know what I mean? When they turn 30, now they want to have a husband and they want to look for their man. And some of the porn stars want to look. I've been like, okay, y'all want to really be in a relationship. I work with all type of people, and I'm like, how can you be in a relationship when you're doing certain things because you're not going to attract that person that you want at that time because you're doing the wrong thing.
Can I respond to the question, to the statement that you made when you first got on?
Sure.
Okay, I agree with some of the things you said, but I want to address some of the things you said as well, and I agree with Ricardo. But what I want ladies to know, based on what I'm telling you, which is my opinion, that is created based on my personal experience. I can't speak for all men. I can speak for Dino Brown Entertainer. And what I want to say is, you're right. The Instagram booty models and Facebook booty models, they get a lot of likes. They get a lot of views on social media, and they get a lot more attention on occasion than some of the other more reserved women. And I would like to speak to that. So me personally, I follow me some Instagram booty models because I don't go to strip clubs and I'm not no trick and I'm not about to throw no money. I'm going to just watch every once in a while for free, shaking that booty. And one of those views that you see, or one of those likes, is coming from me. But because I follow them on social media, they have a purpose. They're not gonna, I'm gonna follow them on social media. I'm not gonna follow them to their house or follow them to their family's house or follow behind them going to church. I'm just getting a satisfaction from social media based on what they're presenting me and they feel comfortable with. Two consenting adults, they want to show it. Occasionally I want to see it. there you have it. But there's a lot of other men that are exactly the same. Just because we like what we see on social media, it has a purpose and a place. When we leave, it's just like work has a purpose and a place. What is your name, young lady?
Unique.
Unique. And what
I am.
you know, unique. Do you work at a professional establishment?
No, I've been self-employed for the last 15 years.
Okay, well, say Unique tomorrow gets offered a job at Kaiser Permanente. There's going to be Unique at the barbecue. Cuz what's happening? Man, you better give me some of them good-ass motherfucking ribs. You know you be cooking your motherfucking ass off, nigga. And then there's going to be, hello, this is Unique. I'm with Kaiser Permanente. How may I direct your call? It's going to be two completely different presentations. You have the things that you do at work and the things you do at home. Men, we have the things we want to see on social media, but then we have completely different things we want to see in our house. I don't want to see, well, I might want to see that in my house, but I don't want her to be outside of the house showing the type of things that they show as Instagram booty models on social media. So you understand what I'm saying?
Right. No, I don't disagree with you in that. And I don't like say that they can't find it or if that's that woman you're looking for. But there are, I worked in a barbershop. I was a licensed nail tech for 20-some years. I worked in a barbershop and I watched and studied men in that barbershop every day I went in there. So it is just funny. Like sometimes the cute girl come in. Sometimes, you know, the mom will come in. Sometimes, and then when they leave, I get all the backlash. Oh yeah, that's what da. I smashed that last night. Da. Yes, they're not saying they married the girl or whatever, but I always hold myself standard to barbershop. Walking in a barbershop, how do I want to feel when I walk into a barbershop? And if I feel insecure with what I got on walking into a barbershop, you shouldn't wear it outside. Because everybody's going to look at you, and if you don't want them to say anything about you, you shouldn't wear it. Now, if you got but one thing that she did say that I agreed with, you can't get mad if you have your ass out, your titties out, and somebody approaches you and say, hey, baby, you got a fat ass, or hey, baby, you know, your titties look nice in your outfit. If you didn't want to be like that, then cover your stuff up. You know what I mean? So if I'm walking around here half naked, then, hey, say what you got to say. I'm going to say, oh, thank you, because I love my body. I appreciate what I look like. I'm cute. I think I'm cute. So that's my opinion. And if you tell me I look good, I'm going to take that as a compliment. So all of that does as well have to be is, are you secure in who you are and your skin? Most women who do a lot of that are not secure in who they are.
What you think about that little bro with the beard?
Smitty, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, my name's Smitty, bro. Respect to you. So what she was saying earlier, Lowski, how you feel, brother? Respect. So, sister, I would say too, you know, when you were saying, and it's not even like a disagreement, just a caveat, really, right? Just a different perspective. The world's entirety is like never within your view. Most things, you know, you're not going to be able to see, but it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. So, fact is, I do realize that people can only speak from the range from their surroundings. I get that, right? But it doesn't mean that what you can't or have never seen does not exist in abundance.
True.
You see, so the fact is that, you know, if we look at from discoveries of fossils, treasures,
archaeological artifacts, all kinds of things. We always realize there's always something more that we learning. So my point is that even down to just relationships, I don't care what it is that you haven't experienced. That doesn't mean that it doesn't exist, that it does not exist in abundance. Like me, I've never gone through the abuse, never went through the ratchet shit, really never went through the ghetto hood shit. I've been kind of, for the most part, because of my upbringing, I've been sheltered from those things. Now, who am I to say that because that was the range of my surroundings, that what you or anybody else has been through doesn't exist and in abundance?
Right.
You see? So just always know that there's always another, like, I always say, like, for example, to land it, for our community as Black people, look at it like we're all in the same house, right? So imagine, I don't know, let's make the house pretty big. All right, it's a nice 7-bedroom, mini rooms, offices, and foyers, all kinds of stuff. Okay, cool. And we're all in this house. You somewhere like upstairs in the bedroom, Blue like in the kitchen where the sunroom is or something. I'm like maybe somewhere in the basement, and you, my sister, you like maybe like right like where the front door is. Now, we all have a window, meaning we all have a view. But do you think all of our views are going to be the same?
No.
Who am I to argue with Blue or you because y'all trying to tell me there's a mailbox out front, but my view faces the backyard, which all I see is woods, and I'm like, what are you talking about? But yeah, see, we're all in the same house.
Mm.
You smell me now? So just note that we all are in the same house, but do note there are multiple views, multiple windows in which you can look from. It's not just one. Unless you live in a cave, then I can understand. That's a one way in, one way out. Then I got you. Respect.
Nah, I agree with that. I mean, again, everybody's point of view is their point of view. I'm not saying that I don't want to get married. I have not found my guy. I have not found my partner yet. I found close to him, and I'm like, okay, I know I don't like this now. I know I don't like that now. And then now I learned from that relationship. So once you get in that relationship, I'm not mad at the decisions that he made in that relationship. I'm not mad at all. That's how he felt. Then I responded how I felt in the relationship. So then we move on. Period. And I think if people didn't hold on to some of that stuff, then they would be okay. But a lot of people just hold on to that stuff and don't learn from it or don't change from it.
And I think it's important, like the young man said.
Why do you think
What's his
people,
name? Switch.
hold on.
What did he say his name was?
My bad.
What did he say
My
his
bad.
name was?
Smitty.
Smitty. Yeah, like the young man Smitty said, it's important to have good, it's important to have multiple perspectives. So when I come on these forums or when I watch these platforms, what I do is I listen with an open mind, because although I might not agree with what the person is saying, just being able to understand that someone else thinks about it differently, that adds to my perspective. That's more information within my realm of thinking, which gives me a broader perspective to make my decision making from. And I think that it's very important to also realize that I like to use social media and real life as a combination to drive home my point. So say my other page, I got 23,000 some followers. This secondary page, I got maybe 1,700 followers. Facebook pages, maybe 8,000. So just say all that adds up to 50,000 followers or people I'm connected with. And then just say out of that, I only know 30,000. So I got 30,000 people I actually know. And then say there's another 5,000 people that I actually know who aren't connected through social media, but I know them, period. 35,000 people that I know. That's an extremely large amount of people. The average person might not know and probably doesn't know that many people. But I see on here people saying all women do this, all men do that, black men are this, or this type of woman is that. But it's all based on perspective, which is driven through experience. And if my experience is 35,000 people, and my city alone has 826,000 people, and then there's 17 cities in my state, and then there's 50 states, and then there's continents and other countries besides mine. My perspective is based on something that is small as a grain of salt. So I can only speak from a limited experience of all. But it's appropriate for me to have a perspective based on my experience, but I shouldn't generalize. Like some people, like you came on, young lady, I'm not attacking you. But my experience said, all I know is marriages to be unsuccessful. This person, that person, and you gave examples that justify why you have the thought process that you have. And the young man, Smitty, came and said, you know what? It's cool for you to have that thought process based on your experience, but there's a ton of people. So just because your experience shows you that, don't give up hope, because it's only a limited perspective based on what's out there in the world. And I think that we should all think that. We shouldn't think that there's no men, good men left. All men cheat. All women cheat. All women is thoughts. All women only want a man for his money. Those are generalizations, and that comes from a Willie Lynch type of a mentality in which our people were taught through slavery to divide and conquer and think from a very small vibrational level. If we think, see, everybody wants to use the hashtag positive vibes or positive vibes only, but the reality is that the vibrational experience is within our body and within the universe, and that we actually vibrate higher or lower based on our thought process, what we eat, other things that are within the environment that cause us to vibrate on a higher or a lower level. And unfortunately, in many of the urban areas, we vibrate at a very low level, which means that some of us have a good thought process, but generally, we don't have the same vibration as other communities that eat better food, that drink more water, less soda, less alcohol, pollution, and all of these things. And there's a completely different perspective because it's a different experience.
No, I
Can
100%
I ask him a question?
Sure.
That's okay. I don't mean it. What's my brother's name?
You know,
Dino.
Dino, respect, brother. You said, all right, I just, because that kind of threw me off just a little bit. You said you know over like 30,000 people, or there are like over 30,000 people who follow you?
I think it was more.
Are you asking me a question, or are you telling me you're thrown off? I don't know what you're saying.
No, I'm asking because I wrote it down. I've been listening. You said earlier, not that many people know. I know over 30,000 people. Do you know over 30,000 people, or do over 30,000 people follow you?
So what what the answer to your question is that I gave an example. I said that many people use generalizations. I was agreeing with your opinion.
You were speaking
actually
specifically about yourself, brother. When you
I said I was
from comedian to spiritual analyst, you were talking about yourself at that moment. You were
what
saying
I said was
somebody
what I said was
over 30,000 people. It's written
No,
down.
what I said was I use myself as an example. I said on one page, on my other Instagram page, I got over
Mhm.
23,000 followers. On this page, I got 1,700. On one Facebook page, I got about 5,000. And my new Facebook page, I got about 1,000. So I said, and then there might be another 5,000, just say, for instance, that I know that aren't on social media. And out of those 50,000 social media, just say, for instance, if I knew all 30,000 and I knew an additional 5,000, that would only be 35,000 people I knew, but there are multiple people, thousands and thousands, hundreds of thousands of people in the city, and then there are multiple cities in the state with hundreds of thousands of people, and there are multiple states with millions of people, and then you have the entire world. So my personal perspective is very
This nigga here,
small
boy.
in the
This
context of the
nigga here,
world.
boy.
That's what I said. That's what I said. Do
You
you
just
have
did
a
a
better
whole
understanding?
extra long division math equation. Bro, you just gave me a whole bunch of numbers to try to throw me off, bro.
Hold on.
All right.
Let me.
I'm
Come on with all that,
lost
bro.
right
I ain't
now,
here to
but all
argue
right,
with
brother.
you,
You
bro.
got it. You got it,
I
brother.
think a lot of people. Did you understand what I was saying, sister?
Yes.
Did you understand what I was saying, brother?
Let me.
Okay.
It's,
So
it's
everybody's
hilarious.
not going to understand. He came on here as the great philosopher. I thought that I could speak on a higher vibrational level and that he would understand, but he got on here using SAT words, but couldn't understand the logic in something that I explained in layman terms. So you got to watch yourself there, pal. Do more listening as opposed to trying to attack and sound sophisticated. I think everybody on here understood what I was saying, but you were trying to be Mr. And it's, come on, bro. No, I'm the guy that gets paid to be funny, do television, do movies, do radio, do public events. If you want to do that, DM me. I can help you out. But you tried me, as they might say on Housewives of Atlanta, and it didn't work.
Comedian for real. All right. Look, that was an interesting interchange. He was just trying to show.
Lou, what are you doing? What is
You know,
happening to me?
You
Like, what is this?
heard what
no,
happened. It happened to you. You
hold
tried
on.
me, and it didn't work. Everybody just came and said they understood. You're the only person that didn't understand. You trying to be sophisticated, but you can't understand a simple premise.
No, listen.
All right.
Lou,
Listen.
Are we
take
good
the
now?
show away, brother.
He had
All right.
misunderstanding.
Take the show away.
Listen. He was actually agreeing with you, but he put your perspective of the house and seeing it from the backyard versus the front yard, and he used cities, he used people. He just went to a larger scale. He was agreeing with you. He just used a different metric system to show that you can have different perspectives and not be able to see the same thing. Just like you use the analogy of, hey, if I'm sitting in the living room, I see the mailbox, but you in the kitchen and you looking at the backyard, you're not gonna see the mailbox. But he used a
Right.
different. That's all. He was
You
agreeing.
got it. Thank you, champ, for the secondary clarification. Thank you. And as a matter of fact, man, I think that I came on, I shared some of my thoughts, opinions, and hopefully somebody was able to derive a greater perspective, because at the end of the day, I'm not here to change people's thinking. I'm only here to share my experience and my thoughts, which gives people a bigger perspective so that they can make future decisions based on a more wealthy perspective. So, I'm not here to get people to agree with me. I'm just only here to share. So I'm going to give somebody else an opportunity to share. Hey, Ricardo, God bless you, brother. I appreciate you for giving me the opportunity to share your platform. To the sister, thank you. To the young man, thank you. And everybody else that's here. Hey, I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a wonderful day. And I might just change my perspective by pulling that thing back right there and go take me a dip in the pool, because it's still warm outside. Hello.
That was
Yeah, but what I do want to clarify is, yes, those are the things that I saw. Do I know better? I've never seen $1 million or 500 million or $1 billion, but that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. So being that I've never seen a great or only a couple of good relationships out there doesn't mean I don't strive to have one eventually in my life and find that person who's dedicated for me. But that was my perspective. But my point is that just like both of them said, there's so many different perspectives and there's so many different times in people's lives that they may or may not be ready for you, or you're not ready for them at the time in their life. So it's not that we don't like this or we don't like that. We may not just understand that's what we need or want in our life at that moment. So again, you have to know who you are and be confident in who you are to be able to find a partner for you. Because you're not going to be able to find a partner if you don't even know what you need and what you want.
Hey guys,
Hello.
Hey,
how are you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
good.
Good. Thank you for letting me on.
Okay.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it. My name is Marisa.
Hi, Marisa.
Hi. How are you guys doing?
We're great. We're great. We got
And-
Smitty and Unique.
Oh, one more time.
Smitty
Unique.
and Unique. Well, I don't know how it points out.
And unique,
Unique.
and Monique.
No,
No.
Smitty.
No.
Okay, one more time.
I'm Blue. The lady is Unique, and this gentleman here is Smitty.
Oh, I didn't see there was anyone else there. I'm sorry. Nice to meet you, Monique. Nice to meet you, for sure.
What do you have on the topic?
What do I have on my top?
No, on the topic, what we're talking about.
Well, I was trying to follow along about everything you guys were talking about. If you recap it for me, I'll let you know.
Well, no.
All right.
Okay. Go ahead, Unique.
She's gonna.
So the conversation, I believe, started about social media and is your social media more valuable than your relationship? Then we just kind of broke off into different scenarios about relationships and about being showing your body on social media, showing your body out in public, getting the attention. My point of view is that if you want attention, that's the best way you do. Grant Cardone said, hey, you got to step out your box to get some attention. Now, that might not be the attention you want, but if attention is attention for the people who are seeking attention. Now, if you're looking for a husband, seeking attention might not be what you need to be doing. You might need to be a little more conservative and be more upstanding societal female. So is that a good synopsis?
That's a good synopsis. So my opinion on this scenario is I recently started my Instagram last year, and my husband wants me to start a OS. And I've been married for almost 23 years.
She said,
What's up?
oh,
Yes. Okay,
Yeah,
I got
you know, the page. And my husband wants me to do that, but I don't feel comfortable doing it. So my synopsis is the relationship will be probably healthier if I don't do that.
Hold on, I got questions.
I know.
Huh?
It's a big perspective.
So he wants you to do an OnlyFans. I'm not gonna call it OF because I don't want people to miss it. He wants you to do an OnlyFans. Does he just want you to do it by himself and he's not going to participate, or he wants you to do it and he's going to participate?
No, he wants me just to do it.
Why would you want to wife out there by yourself?
I have no idea because
like that.
He's not good with cheating and all the other things that go along with that, but he makes enough money that we don't have to worry, but he's like, just go make money. And I feel like it's a very hard subject for me because he really wants me to do it, always talking about it, and it's terrifying to me because I don't want to do it.
What you got, Smitty?
How long you ever been married?
23 years this September.
So we have a married woman on here that kind of threw everything that we just had a previous conversation out the window.
Yes, I'm so so sorry. I didn't mean to come in the part to screw everything up. I was just watching you guys, and yeah, sorry if I messed anything up.
A good way. It's in a good way. It's a perspective.
Okay.
That's all. That's
Okay.
what we're saying. It's just a different perspective. And what do you guys have to say about that?
Smitty, what you got?
Your husband wants you to do OnlyFans?
That's what she said.
Are you okay with your husband sleeping with other women, considering you're doing OnlyFans? Because one thing I do know, a lot of times, a lot of couples that operate in that fashion, they're either swingers, right? Or that's really a ploy. See, man. So look, I'm not saying this is the case, but it is possible that he wants you to do OnlyFans. He wants you to get out there and drop it like it's hot. Go ahead, do that for the world, baby. And then if he turns around and does what he does, you don't have not near one leg to stand on, because you want to hit him.
Yeah.
So what he's doing slowly is like opening the door, for some kind of like, I don't know, whatever he's trying to do.
MILF porn.
Yeah, I am a total.
Whatever he's
MILF,
trying to
to share
do,
my-
open relationship. And, maybe to a degree, that's his way of saying, let's have an open relationship. Listen, you gotta, again, I'm all about like decoding things, but I also listen to the surface and I listen to the face value of what's said. But I mean, I'm gonna be real with you, just me personally, I'm looking at that like, yeah, cuz trying to get the house flooded. Next thing you know, you're gonna have a sister wife, right? She's gonna be your sister wife. And,
It's definitely your red flag.
What'd you say?
I said it's definitely a red flag.
So
I mean, yeah, but you've been
it
married
but it depends on how y'all rock out though. Like, I mean, some couples they all right with like look, I had an ex that like she didn't mind if a female joined every once in a while, and that was okay. But our relationship was our relationship. Now, ask me, am I still with him? That's what it comes down to. So yeah, we had some fun. Oh man, that was some fun. Oh boy, the visions I got in my head. Tell you now. But I'm not with her
my
anymore.
question is,
Go ahead, rock out. I digress. My mic is muted. Rock out.
no, my question is that as a wife now, you are his wife. You've been married for 20-something years. My question would be for you is like, is this to spice up your relationship? You said that this will help spice up your relationship. Now, does he want you to have sex with other men, or does he just want you to be nude, or does she want you to like?
Well, I don't think I said it would spice up our relationship. I just think he keeps saying that he wants me to do it, and I don't know. I think it will spice up his retirement, is what he thinks.
So hold on.
But
Hold on. Is this like an Adam 22? Like, is he okay? Like, if somebody like Blue just hammers you down for the night, is he okay with that?
this is the thing I don't understand, and I'm sorry for the barbecue community that is watching right now, because I'm from the community, but I also follow you guys, so I'm sorry.
The who?
The barbecue.
But the barbecue, I'm from the barbecue.
Did I miss
community.
something? My bad. Let me shut up. Okay.
No, I'm just gonna say no. Don't shut up. But he's not okay with me cheating, but yet he wants me to get an OnlyFans. So how does that work?
Hold on a second. Let me ask you another question.
Okay.
So when he said just do an OnlyFans. Tell me the content that he wants you to create. Because there's some women that just walk around in bra and panties and cook eggs, right? There's some women that just put fucking wax and hot chocolate on their toes. That's all they do. That's their OnlyFans. What content level is he wanting you to create?
Well, we haven't really discussed the
Oh, she's from California.
of the content level, but I know that like pictures that I'll send him or something, he's like, this needs to go on OnlyFans, and I mean he seems pretty open to like.
But hold on. I don't mean to see, Blue. This is what I was trying to get to. Has he ever alluded to this OnlyFans? Is he incorporated, or is he only the cameraman? Is he in any of these flicks? Does he ever be like, yeah, babe, because I want to do a scene with you and wear X, Y, and Z? Or is it just like,
Create your
get
own
out
porn.
there, get out there and walk the
Yeah,
blade? Is he like walk the blade?
This is a new thing. Just get out there and make some money, girl. That's what it is.
He's pimping you.
He's pimping me. After
He's pimping you. You walk in the blade, people. That's why I asked that. You walk in the blade, he pimping you. But hey, listen.
that mean?
Bring daddy back his money. Bring daddy back his money. That's what, hey, bring daddy back his money. Rock out, do what you do.
Hey, if y'all are married and y'all are happily married, and he sees enjoyment out of this, and you, hey, I don't see what's wrong with it. She already got what she wanted. She already got what we all discussing about, right?
Do that.
And
I mean,
pay to see her. It's not like Instagram. They would have to pay to see her on the OnlyFans.
right. So look,
Nobody's gonna pay to fucking see me. That's what I try to tell him. Like, no one's gonna
You
pay for
surprised. You'd be
Yeah.
surprised.
You'd be surprised.
What?
Men,
red marks and the big old butt. I mean, like, what? Seriously?
Hey, there's midget porn too. So hey, just saying, all kinds of things. Big girls, little girls. They pay people to eat on Instagram or on OnlyFans, sitting there eating and stuff drooling off of their face, and people like that.
Where's
There's
the
somebody out there that like
taking place? Where y'all recording? Y'all got a studio, or it's like y'all bedroom? Like y'all couch?
I don't
Backyard?
got nothing doing it. I got a ring light, and
it'll be
So y'all
entertaining.
that's all I
I'm gonna
got.
bring so you gonna do content. I mean I don't know. So are strangers involved? So is this something, or it's just like you doing solos? You doing like POV type stuff?
No. I was just telling you guys that that's what my husband wanted. I'm not doing this.
I say do it. I say go for it. Have fun with
are
it.
y'all not listening to her? She said she's uncomfortable with it. She don't want to do it. She just telling her.
Mine
She just
might
giving her.
be going in and out because it is kind of blinking in and out, bro. So it's like little parts chippy here and there. So I might have missed that.
I'm just trying to find out why a husband would want his wife of 23 years to go do that.
And she says they're also well off. They're not missing any money.
No, we're not missing any money. We don't
Yeah,
miss our bills.
Nah, he
nothing.
tripping. But I gave my answer to that earlier, Blue. I
But
mean, I'm only digging in, because we just talking. Look, we talking about it. So earlier I said,
Well,
from what I'm
it's-
seeing, I'm asking. From what I was saying earlier, my initial response was that probably means he wants to cheat. Then he wants to see, are you open to do something of any form of sexual content? Maybe because he wants to see if he can open the doors. I'm telling you, as a man thinks.
okay,
Like I
see a
know
lot of
guys who
comments that say-
pull little like stunts like that before. They'd be like, "Hey, so you think me and your girlfriend can do something or whatever?" And they keep pushing that. Why? Because they really want to see, are you the type of woman where if I cheat on you? Because think about it. Most like dudes, I'm telling you now, if we know that our woman will let us sleep with her and like a friend or anything, I promise you now, that's the same dude that's going to be like, well, 9 times out of 10, if I get caught cheating, she's probably going to be the one to take me back. I can probably get away with stuff with her.
Well,
That-
he
That's
promises.
usually where that comes
I,
from.
I'm probably right, but he promises he's not like the cheating kind. But I'm sure you're right.
But you've been here with him 20 years, so you know if he cheats or if he doesn't cheat. So that you know, I mean, you don't have to. All right. So my whole point is like somebody on there said he's bored. He wants some excitement. That'd be fun. Something for him to talk about. Like it could just be lingerie. It could be very PG OnlyFans. All OnlyFans are not bad. Everybody went straight left field with it. She doesn't have to have sex with anybody. She could just be walking around cooking in lingerie, for honestly. But it would amuse him and maybe help
That's what he
excite.
wants me to do. I have a barbecue page, and he wants me to just cook in lingerie. Basically.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? That's not bad. That's not mean he wants you. You just want it. Hey, sex sells. Is attention.
Do you wear that
Look in the
lingerie in
lingerie.
the bed? Do you wear that lingerie in the bed with your husband, ma'am?
For sure.
Or is it, you know, like when you go to bed, do you like whatever you're gonna have on? Is it something that you usually wear in the bed with your husband?
I send him pictures all the time. He works a road job, so I always, yeah, for
Okay.
sure.
Okay. All right. So
Hold
only thing I'm saying is
on.
this. Just briefly. Oh, go ahead, Blue. Go ahead.
Not a boring bitch.
That's great.
Nah, it's okay. I'm not attacking, bro. I just got a different perspective
No,
on things. I'm not attacking, bro.
I just wanted to praise her as a wife, sending pics to her husband that she loves and is faithful to, and she's showing him pics to keep the marriage going and spicy. I wanted to praise her for that. A lot of women won't do that, and it is necessary in a marriage. Hey, men always want to see our significant other naked. Titties, pussy, toes. We always want to see it. We never get enough of it. Sorry. Go ahead,
All right.
Smitty.
Well,
I'm just
sometimes
my whole.
hard to
Go
set
ahead.
that
I don't.
shit. You know, you just sometimes I just feel like insecure with my body and insecure whatever. But he'll be like, send me something, you know, when he's out on the road, and I will for sure, because I mean I want to keep my man happy, and yeah. But I don't know if I want to keep him so happy that I get OnlyFans.
So
Again,
this is.
with the,
Go ahead, sis.
you can have subscribers. You can pick whoever you want. A fan. I don't have an OnlyFans, but I know people who do. But my whole point is like, okay, you say you barbecue. You have a barbecue business, right?
Page,
Right, Carl.
not a page,
Bring
but
it
yeah.
So
in a second.
I would, as a marketing coach, and if you probably have a nicer body than what you may think you have, so it might be, hey, honey, let's boost your self-confidence and get you out there. You know what I mean? And market yourself. Sex and barbecue works, man.
Sex barbecue. Sex and
I'm a very bad influence. I'm sorry. If I had a husband, I'd do whatever he asked me to do.
Well, I'm just trying to figure out, because I know he's not okay with cheating, but yet he's okay with this. So I don't understand. I'm trying to wrap my head around why he's okay.
Maybe you should just ask him.
Yeah, maybe I should. I don't mean to come on here and ruin your live or anything.
I'm happy.
So
But
damn.
I am a damn good barbecuer.
Hey, Unique, I'm gonna bring up one more guy before I end the show. I really appreciate you coming on tonight. And Thursday is our night, or when did we say?
No, we didn't come up with a date. I'll message you.
Thank you so much, man. Appreciate you coming on tonight.
Sorry if I crashed your guys' life.
No, it's all good.
Thank you for having me.
It actually, this is another perspective, because I wouldn't have thought that a husband of 23 years would want to randomly tell his wife to start doing lingerie on OnlyFans, and you're financially okay, and he's saying to make more money. But I'm with Smitty. He's doing it for ulterior motives. Same thing with Carl. Both of them are saying either he wants to give a reason so he can say, oh, you did that, so this is why I stepped outside, or he's just
I
For whatever
I
reason, this ammunition
don't
building.
think that's the reason. I just think that he wants. I don't think that's the reason because he's not really a fan of. The funny thing is, he's not a fan of stepping outside. So, yeah, I don't know.
hey Carl, what
I'm
you got?
trying to figure this out. Like, go
Me
ahead, bro.
too,
Go ahead.
dude. And I'm in the marriage.
This is the only thing that I question. This is why I was with Smitty. Out of all the social media platforms, why OnlyFans? Why not Twitch? Why not anything else? Why?
I don't think he knows about any of that other stuff because he has no social media. He doesn't even follow my Instagram. He doesn't have Facebook. He has nothing.
Why would he tell you to do
Okay.
out of all of them?
This is amazing. What I'm hearing is amazing right now, yo. Like, seriously.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna be real with you.
Yeah.
I'm hearing every single, now, I mean, I get my brother right here. We talking about like Twitch and stuff. That's gaming. So that ain't nothing, right? But I'm lost right now. Why do we keep trying to like make excuses? And we're talking about marriage. We're not talking about a long-term relationship. We're talking about a woman who's been married for over what 20, close to 20 years, something, whatever, over a decade, okay? Decade plus.
Yeah.
Bruh, whatever happened to true sanctity?
I don't know.
What happened to a husband and a wife? Like, I mean, I'm the only one. I never got a chance to finish. But that's why I was alluding to when I said, are these the same lingeries? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't want no man to see what panties my wife wear, lingerie, nothing. If that's what we go to bed with, I'm the only one that sees that. Matter of fact, I should be your only fan. Once we get married, I am your only fan. What are we talking about right now? What is all of this like? It's okay. See, I'm gonna be honest, that's the bullshit. That's the bullshit right there. What? Like,
It's
I'm
too late, Smitty,
hearing
because
folks
we already
making, I
normalized
mean,
it.
if you just, I mean, what? It's just your bra. I mean, what? You mean the bra that what? That I lay down and take off, and the bra that I clip off of her? The lingerie that I slide my hand up to the small of her back? What? No, folks tripping right now. So I'm just saying, I don't know. Me personally, if I'm gonna marry you, if I'm gonna take the chance of losing half my for the rest of my life, if everything goes down the drain, I'll be damned if I'm sharing you in any form of fashion. When it comes to your body and anything flirtatious, sexual, anything. Of course, go see your family, have a life, take your girls, whatever. Have fun, get the fuck on. I need to be doing what I need to do anyway. That's fine. Go take your ass somewhere for a little while. I needed some space. But I'm lost right now. But listen though, I'm just saying as far as like, I don't know why people go into things like, all right, I'm gonna go into what is considered to be a traditional, sanctified, unified marriage, right? And then turn around and want to play swingers. Why didn't you motherfuckers just be swingers? Why go into it as a marriage? I don't get it, bruh. But just, I don't know, Blue. Go ahead, man.
You're not going to get that part, Smitty, because number one, you're dealing with zucchini versus apples. That's number one. Pleasure, sex, gratification is not the same. It's called evolving. Some people have evolving issues. That means 20 years of marriage, yeah, some things we're going to outgrow. Am I willing to outgrow with you, or am I stuck in my ways? That's the bottom line. So
Nah, I'm gonna be real with you, brother. I hate that cop out, that outgrow bullshit. Been married all this damn
no,
time. And you trying to tell me after
it's
all this
not.
time you done outgrown something? I'm not trying to, cop
Mm-hmm.
out. I'm gonna be real
Yeah,
with you, bro.
yeah.
I'm listening. Let me just speak my piece and then you respond, bro. It's okay. It's just a panel. We all live beautiful lives. That's a cop out. I'm gonna be honest with you because that to me honestly is saying, man, we done outgrown each other. Decoding meaning I really don't know how to relate to you anymore. So because I'm not realizing how our relationship is shifting, people keep thinking relationships is a relationship supposed to stay like this. Now let me help you out. I promise I'm gonna be quick with this. My pops, he was telling me, so he was like, you know how me and your mother started off? We started off like this. And so what do you mean by like this is like, for example, when you meet her, how are you doing? You know, you're face to face. May take her out to dinner, face to face. She's sitting on the other side of the table. Even having sex, right? You're on top, she's looking at you, face to face, right? So we all started off like this. At some point, he says, then that pinnacle point in which a lot of people don't know how to recognize is when you got to shift it from here to here. Now, here is the view of we go from face to face to now we're standing next to each other, looking out on the life that we're supposed to walk for the rest of our lives because we're now companions. We're now companions. So what I'm telling you is that the reason why it's a cop-out to me, because as a man who definitely knows what successful relationships consist of, right? Observing one close, right? It's all about knowing how to shift with the different levels that a relationship goes to. If you're a parent, your child is a toddler. There's a certain way you talk to them, deal with them, address with them. They then become a young child. You deal with them just a little bit different. They become a teenager. You're damn near almost treating them like an adult. You deal with your children on different levels during the different stages. You got to treat your relationship the exact same way. It's not going to stay the same. And if you don't know how to keep flipping with that mode, and if you want to, I'm landing it. And if you want to cop out and say, nah, man, we just grown apart. Y'all didn't grow apart. You're growing up. But you don't know how to recognize that. So instead of keep on taking this up, you want to take it and split it. Well, rock out with your badass. I digress. My mic is muted.
You still forgot the one key element of influence. Outside, society, social media, other people's relationship. We all keeping up with the Joneses, bro. If one person got Jerry curls, everybody got Jerry curls. If one person get an iPhone 20, everybody got an iPhone 20. Come on,
Nah,
dog.
bro.
Influence plays a
bro.
big part of it.
When you're a leader, bro, I promise you that woman gonna follow your lead to a T. When she sees the way you move, bro, she don't care, bro. If you got a cricket phone somehow enough, I don't care what's going on, bro. If you truly are a leader, it don't matter what you into. It don't matter how, as long as you move consistently and she sees the consistent flow and what it is that you talk about, bro, you are the influence. See, everything I'm hearing is nah, bro, because I don't want to go outside. Because it's raining, I might get wet. Nigga, dress for the weather. Get your
There's a
raincoat,
difference
poncho, umbrella, rain boots, whatever you got to do. Dress for the weather, cut the shit, and do what you got to do, bro. Stop the excuses. This is the problem. That shit weak as fuck to me, bro.
No, words is powerful. There's a difference between influence and manipulation. And just like that lady was just saying, this dude could be manipulating the whole situation from plan A, so he's building the ammunition to use against her later on. Some people are methodical like that. That's cool. You just
Later
have to
on, she
recognize.
probably get half, right?
Uh-huh.
Later on, don't she get half, or she get the car, the house,
Oh,
and the dog?
yeah. Well, you know how that goes.
That
She might as well
depends
enjoy her life.
on the
I'm just
paperwork.
saying,
That depends
be
on
free
that
with your man
paperwork.
1 or 2 times.
I don't know, man.
He probably bored. You got what I'm saying? Not saying nothing about her, conversation, but I was bored. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't see any excitement there. He probably wants some excitement. He retired now. He probably can freak off and don't have to be, don't have to be tired going to work. He probably want to enjoy his life. You know what I'm saying? He probably going to get them videos with him.
Oh, that's what I was going to say. If you really want to know the truth about something, switch phone. He's your husband for 23 years. Why don't y'all switch phones for a day? So this way I could really examine what's really going on his side of the world. Maybe he's so far on social media, you don't know. And that's why the topic automatically came up, OnlyFans, because there's too many other fucking apps on this shit. Come on, bro.
They both stuck. 23 years, they stuck.
Yeah, yeah. So there's something.
Years, he losing something, she losing something. They might just freak off and enjoy the rest of their life. I don't see the problem with it.
Yeah.
There's
something external.
Like, keep doing it. Why not? Don't see that.
There's definitely something external being influenced in there. But your topic is what you said, social media versus the man. Elaborate on that. You're muted, brother.
You muted.
Come on, man. You're eating snacks and you're muted. What's going on, bro?
Man.
Come on. Oh, there you go, Barry White. Come on. What's going on?
The initial topic was, will women conform or adjust, rather, to be with a good man and reduce their social media usage, IG, Snapchat, TikTok? I don't even know all of them. But if they find a man that they say ticks all the boxes, and he says, you can't post yourself, risque pictures, or be with me. If you want to do that and get this attention from these people that are not going to provide and protect, then you can't be with me. So you got to make a choice. That was the original conversation.
Who the fuck you think you are giving somebody an ultimatum?
Thank you. But black men do it all the time. I only deal with black men. That's all I can talk.
As a male or female, who the fuck you think you is?
I just want
no.
7 months of that. You know what I'm saying? It's insecurities. You know what I'm saying? And it never works out because now you got to deal with one insecurity to the next insecurity. It never gets better. That type of man never finds the sunshine at the end of the, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the tunnel. It's always dark in that world. And you are going to be miserable as a woman, you get what I'm saying? Because you can't make that type of man happy. You just can't do it. The minute somebody say something to you, oh, you want this man, this and that. Carl, we talked about that on a live before. Remember I said,
yes, we did. And that's my point. My point is this. I don't like manipulation no more than the next person. Don't use a fucking title as a means to say, oh, you have carte blanche to say this or say that. Even if you're the husband or the wife, who the fuck you think you is to tell somebody what they can and cannot do with something that existed before you?
Okay.
Now, we can compromise. We can have discussions. But let me want to. Listen, Blue, I am marrying Evolution tomorrow. I choose how much I come on social media. I choose to bring her on social media with me. I choose to shut my shit down. Not because she said what she's saying. Fuck her.
And that's where it should be. If it was before you, like Carl said, I totally agree. If it was before you, you can't come and just wreck something because, you know what I'm saying, you like a person, ain't no rings. None of that. We're not doing that. You know what I'm saying? And
fucking Amish. We're not Amish.
Crazy. That's selfish on another level. That's crazy.
Selfish, that's manipulation on another level. Because if you start with something that small, now you open the door to control any fucking thing else. And I'm still going to say, who the fuck you think you is? Because you got get, or because you got pussy, or you got a title now? Respect my choices and stop making your choices more prevalent than me.
All right. So let me tell you what I named the topic. The lady that was on here first, she gave me the topic. And I said, similar to what you said, Carl, to if I'm going to be with you, let's just say we both marrying Evo. Whatever she was yesterday, and I'm marrying her tomorrow, I have to accept that, no matter what the fuck it is.
Exactly.
Whatever I'm buying. And I know when I go to ship, I want the car just like it is. I'm not putting no extra package in it. I'm not sending it off. I'm just like that. And you can't expect somebody, however you need them, and you accept them, for them to change for you. And I reversed it back and said, you can't say a guy, oh man, he's great, except he smokes weed. He's great, except he drinks alcohol. So as soon as he stopped drinking, we're going to be good. Same principle back and forth. So I agreed, but she did say, the lady, JP, she did say, women, you need to change before so that you can get better versions of men who will not want you to show your ass and titties on social media. You can't wonder why they don't want you to do that. That's what she said.
Yeah, because I'm gonna tell you something, man. My instinct is just telling me that there's more to it that is not being said, and that's why I agree with what Smitty was saying, that there is more behind it, and most of it is going. I'm gonna tell you from a male perspective, it comes from him, because she was sitting minding her goddamn business, barbecuing, and being married. All of a sudden, you came with this fucking shit. I didn't come to you. You came to me with it, and you're pushing it. So listen, men don't do nothing for no reason. We do things because we want something. I don't give a fuck how long you've been married, who you are, what's your background. We don't do nothing for no reason. We do things because we want something.
Yeah, I believe that. Thank you, pros and cons. I believe that. Like it's a controlling aspect, and then once you start him controlling you, it's a wrap for everything else. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't even let him get in the door with that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta cut that off. That's a snake ready to attack. You know what I'm saying? Nah, let that go. Let that go. And this is my problem, right? Because I came in on like the middle part of the conversation, but it's a theme. It seems like it's a theme on IG, and I always have to fight against it. That so-called telling women that they're gonna die with the cat and dog. I got my brothers on here doing that. Y'all not God. Y'all cannot predict what's gonna happen in people's lives. You get what I'm saying? Get off the high horse. Stop trying to be Jesus and let people live their lives. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know. If that was the case, you wouldn't be down here with the peasants. You'd be up there with God. You know what I'm saying?
Bullshit.
So we're not gonna do that. Yeah.
Double bullshit. Triple bullshit.
And check this out. Check this out. Let me say something. A lot of us ain't qualified to give advice, and I keep saying that. Because if you can tell me about my life, can I look at your life and say I want to be you? 9 times out of 10, I can't do that. Let's be honest.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
let me ask you something, Ev. What is the problem? What is the problem with emotion versus logic? What is the real problem? Because emotion versus logic is the biggest argument that I see on social media platform. You're trying to tell a man that's looking at something logically, methodically, if you keep going on a certain mindset pattern, this is your outcome. Why is your emotion trying to tell him he's wrong? Because you don't like what he's saying.
Because it's not everybody's fate. Happiness is subjective. Whatever you want to do is subjective. Everybody, and excuse me because I'm no country, everybody is not on the same path. You get what I'm saying? Yes, I'm originally from North Carolina, big Brooklyn, but I'm originally from North Carolina. You know what I'm saying?
Choose. You can be big Brooklyn or you can be country as fuck, but you can't go with both at the same time.
I am a black woman. I am superwoman. Y'all didn't know that? I can do everything well, too.
Listen, there are 50 ways to get from New York to North Carolina. We're trying to tell you as men, logically and methodically, there are 50 different ways to drive or get to North Carolina. Listen, which one of us is giving you the direct approach? Which one has less toll? Which one is going to cost you more gas? This is what we're telling you, and y'all emotional are telling us we're wrong. We're telling you the outcome. Why y'all don't want to listen?
Because you pick your own path. First of all, it's a generalization.
The path. The path.
I almost every day with these titties out. You know what I'm saying? But if you look at my life, you would be shocked that I even come online and talk to people. You know what I'm saying? When you see me at the job, you don't see me like this. But this is another side of me. How can you judge me off of that when you don't know my life? You get what I'm saying? It's judgment.
Hold on.
It's crazy.
Okay. We're not actually trying to judge. If you actually, well, I'm trying to say the nicest possible. Women, if you tell us what outcome you want, then we will use logic to give you the calculations to get to your desired results. We're not trying to just give broad strokes and say everybody's going to fail. That's not what we're trying to do. On average, women want to be married and be successful in marriage. On average.
Right.
So we then talk about that. But if you're saying you individually, I don't want to be married, that's not my desire, that's not success for me, okay.
Then keep them titties out.
No, but then I'm going to ask Carl.
The ones that want to be married keep their titties out too. They titties. They supposed to be.
But then
You see, you can't do that because now you're ignoring you're ignoring the trade-offs when you're doing that. Men are always telling y'all the trade-off. If you want A, this is what you lose, this is what you gain. You can't ignore the trade-offs because you're not the consumer, the man is. He's deciding.
Up all the time, though. These hoes
It doesn't matter. The man still decides.
The hoes are winning.
The man is still.
We need the hoes.
Yep.
Stop vilifying the hoes. We need the hoes. They are winning. Y'all not going to get the good girl. Y'all going to get the hoes.
It doesn't matter.
And 10 different directions and sit on it. You know what I'm saying? That's what y'all get. Y'all not going to get the sweet girl, the church girl. Y'all ain't even looking
We're
at
still deciding. We're still the consumer. We decide, not you with the pussy. We decide if you're fuckable or keepable. Bottom line. You can't change that.
That's what y'all are keeping. Y'all are keeping the hoes. Let's be honest.
We decided.
Hold on. Are we marrying them? Or are we just...
Yes, y'all are marrying them.
Ain't nobody marrying no goddamn hoe. What the hell?
Turn on your TV. That's all you got to do. Turn on the TV. You know what I'm saying? It's everywhere. These are not good girls that's being selected. The only real good girl I've ever probably seen that really got selected, as far as like when you turn on your TV, was what? Beyonce? You know what I'm saying? That's about it. Everybody else is hoes. I hate to say that. Everybody else is hoes.
You said it one time. I haven't said it one time.
And in the real world, y'all are going out to the clubs and stuff. Y'all not picking the good girls to marry. Y'all not doing that.
Well, see, that's where you're wrong at, because the guys that we're talking about of certain caliber are not in the clubs. They're in their house. See, this is why I said, y'all women are so used to shopping at fucking Western Beef, y'all don't know how to shop in motherfucking Stuart Leonard. The reason being because y'all only shop what you know. You don't shop where you don't know, because if you go up there, like I said, them motherfuckers that y'all want don't want y'all. Y'all know
Nobody wants these boring church ladies. Y'all are not marrying the boring church ladies.
Boring church ladies.
And then y'all in the strip clubs. You know what I'm saying? You're online. You're in the clubs. Like let's be honest. Y'all bored. Like you know what I'm saying? That's why y'all don't pick them.
I'm trying to understand which guy you're talking about. I'm trying to understand which guy you're talking about.
Wear turtlenecks, and it's not. You know what I'm saying? That makes no sense. We see what it is.
But we're not.
I tell ladies to enjoy their life. You know what I'm saying? And whoever's supposed to be for them will come to them. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to stop everything for a certain look when that's not them. You know what I'm saying? Because let me tell you something. When you do that faking and fronting and frauding, you know what I'm saying, to get these men, the real you coming out, sis. You know what I'm saying? The real you coming out. And he gonna be mad that he picked, you know what I'm saying, the 304. You know what I'm saying? That perpetrated as the good girl. Be yourself, man. Be yourself.
Hey, Blue.
And find the man that you're supposed to have.
You know what
Stop telling these
she's doing,
women
Blue?
to stop doing this stuff.
What she's doing, Blue? All she's doing, Blue, is she is making a movement, like a lot of these women, most of them unqualified for marriage. She's pushing the agenda of getting these women back to being the Wallonas from Good Times, the Jackie from 227. How did that work out for them too?
Why they gotta be them and they just can't be themselves? Why they can't be ever?
You're not listening to the outcome.
Why they gotta
Because
be all these women that y'all put out there with a negative narrative to change? You know what I really think this is? And we talked about agendas tonight. I really think that all this stuff is an agenda to lower women's self-esteem so that when y'all ready to come get them and slide up in them, y'all can do that. You know what I'm saying? Because they know that y'all supposed to be the good man and they gotta pick, they gotta be ready for y'all. You get what I'm saying?
I've been around too many dollar store dudes. That's why y'all contaminated. Y'all too contaminated with these dollar store dudes. Y'all don't know what quality is. That's why y'all mad, because the quality guys, the men that got this shit together, will turn that has discipline. The guys that reject y'all, those are the ones y'all mad at because y'all can't get them. They don't want y'all, but y'all want them type of dudes. Y'all listen. Y'all don't want to change. Listen. Y'all don't want to change to be. Y'all don't want to change to be with the man you want and need. You want your cake and eat it too. And there's certain caliber men. No, it doesn't work like that, baby.
It does work like that. It does.
Well, good luck on that one, because a lot of y'all gonna be
What are you
Wallonas.
talking about? I live it every day. You know what I'm saying? You can be who you are and find a person for you if that's what you want. Me, you know what I'm saying? Anybody that date me, we gonna have a little bit of an issue because I'm not your regular chick. You know what I'm saying? But I put that out there. If you're gonna deal with me, you not. And when it's time for me to go, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. Every woman not like that. It's
So let me make sure I understand what you're saying. Are you saying that we should ignore this universal clock, and regardless that our life expectancy is 50-55 currently, anything after that is by luck? So you're saying, lady, you don't have to complete the assignment. We don't have to complete your purpose on this planet. Just do what the fuck you want to do and have fun.
You could die tomorrow. That's what I'm telling you. So you better enjoy this life today and stop trying to be what other people want you to be and be yourself and enjoy your life. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm telling them. Because you can literally die tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
Blue, I still say this up to today. All of our grandmothers.
We dying at an alarming rate. Enjoy your life. You know what I'm saying? If I got to change to be with you, you're not the one for me. Because God gonna send me exactly what I'm supposed to have.
That's an excuse.
I'm not changing for nobody.
Okay,
that's an excuse.
What is your desired result then? What do you want to happen? You.
Well, like I said, I'm different. I'm enjoying my life.
No.
I'm not looking for no husband. So anybody that's coming to me,
I'm giving you a blank check. I'm asking you to answer my question. Just answer.
We've had this before. Like I've told you, I'm not your average woman. I'm not looking for the marriage.
I didn't.
You know what I'm saying?
Again, let me start over.
Right.
What do you want is your individual desired results? I'm not giving you.
I want to be happy. However that comes.
You want to be.
I want to enjoy this life. However that comes. I want to make my money. I want to, you know what I'm saying, DJ when I need a DJ. I want to go to work. I want to be a regular person, not worried about how other people want me to be, because I'm going to do what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? So,
okay, I got it. Yeah, I got you 1,000%.
And that's
okay, Blue.
I'm trying to tell women, stop telling women how to
I get it.
Just
I get
pick
it.
the
Blue.
one that's for you and go about your business. Because we tired of hearing the crying. It sounds like crying. It sounds like crying.
No, it's not crying.
Blue, it sounds like y'all are sniffling. I just want to give y'all a paper towel and sometimes a tampon. Like, we got to stop.
No. What it is you don't know the difference, because it's not, listen, it's not crying. It's frustration, because guess what? The majority of these guys out here, other than the ones that was raised by their mother with no male around, they're frustrated because we was raised to believe that this is our heritage, this is our lineage, this is legacy. You get the woman, you have your children, you get married, and you pass it down to the children behind you. When you look at walking down 125th Street in Harlem, and you see a fat ass, but damn it, as a man, you don't know if that's really a man or a woman. That really fucks you up.
Stop it,
fucks you up. But But I'm gonna tell you this. Listen, I'm just gonna say this. I understand where you're coming from. I'm not saying you per se, but I have seen a group of women that they don't want relationship and marriage because they know they don't qualify for that responsibility. So they come up with the excuses. They come up with excuses to avoid something they know they don't qualify for.
Tired of the crying and
No, you're
complaining
not tired of that. Listen, you're not tired of anything. You're too selfish to worry about.
Like, let's be honest.
You're too selfish to handle the responsibility of someone else.
In the words of my brother Heavy Carl, buy a dog and die alone. You know what I'm saying? Like, 'cause that's what it is now. Right?
Nigga, the dog don't even want to be with y'all.
I'm not gonna tell you what you want to hear. I'm gonna tell you what it is. You understand? And
But
that's how
come on.
us women feel. We tired of messing with y'all and all this. We never good enough. Y'all always want us to change for what? And y'all ain't changed nothing. Y'all ain't hit the gym. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't drunk no water. You know what I'm saying? Y'all like let's be honest. You know what I'm saying? Y'all giving us the lowest grade of man that we can get when we supposed to change and be amazing for y'all. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't understand.
Man,
You know
listen. If I listen,
looking for applause or nothing. I'm telling
if our grandparents knew, if our grandparents and people that are older than us, if they would have knew what they know now of what they said right before us, all of our grandmothers would have swallowed instead of having kids. Because this makes no sense.
You in the past. It's 2023.
Hold on.
Grow up. Get to 2023.
Hold on.
Everybody talking about the past and traditional. We are not our ancestors. I just proved it on 2 different lives. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, disrespectful to that.
You have to come into the present. Stop living in the past. You know what I'm saying? This is the problem. We trying to take these modern women, and modern was never a bad thing. 2023, we trying to take these women and put them in the past like they grandmothers. They are not. We are not our ancestors.
Magnificent. I would never be by myself.
It's a different time. Grandma ain't have as much options as we have now. Like, let's be honest. Let's keep it real. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on.
Well,
let me jump in. We playing double dutch. Carl, I'm going to agree with her to a point because of that guy that gave them roses the other day, that tissue paper motherfucker. You know, because there's men like him out there, that is the pool that the women are talking about. So they, as men in the community who want to lead, we got to fix those guys who make us who want to be good. Smitty wants to be good, wants to be the best version of ourselves, wants to work, we drink water, we treat people correctly, but then we got this soft motherfucker who coming out and he's just giving an overall, he's like a one credit card you didn't pay, and now it's lowering your credit score because everybody's like, oh, and they don't even know, and these women don't even want him, but they're feeling bad for him because I did a whole show on it. I asked 25 women, would you sleep with him? Because women don't think that's the end result, but that'll determine if he's being successful for the men. If they're saying no, he's not worthy, then that shit didn't work. You're what we need to get out of. We need to get you to do better, so then you'll raise everybody up. Because there's people like him. I understand what you said. It is times have changed. It's not the same. But before we go, and Evo, keep your tampon. Don't say this shit because I understand some of us complain. If I'm complaining,
tampon pad. I tried to make y'all a little fancy, so I said tampon. I'm just saying, y'all get it. You know what I'm saying? It's an emotional error. It's softness that we keep seeing from the complaining. You get what I'm saying?
I do not bleed every 28 days.
Real men don't complain like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a turnoff. It's a turnoff. Every live you get on, you just complaining. You don't qualify. You don't it sounds like a woman. And it's not just me because I've had these lives before. It sounds very feminine. You get what I'm saying? Instead of uplifting your queens, instead of telling them that they're gonna die, you know what I'm saying? If they don't get with y'all, it's gonna be like that. Sound crazy to me. And no, I'm not mad because I this is my 3rd live tonight. I've been on here about 6 hours or so, I think. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired, but I ain't mad. I'm very passionate. I'm always gonna talk like this. I don't want you to think I'm mad.
Don't worry.
And me and
I'm.
Carl, we go back and forth all the time. Get
But
used to it.
I'm gonna talk about something with your black ass that you're gonna love.
I love
Okay,
you too, Carl.
we're gonna talk about this whole eating ass bullshit and why motherfuckers don't brush their teeth after a meal and they want to share blunts and drink and all that shit. We're gonna expound on that because I can't see how women are confident eating a man's ass, but you know these niggas don't even see their doctor on a regular. Okay, so we're gonna get into that.
Oh.
Hold on a second.
Hold on
I
a
gotta
second.
go. I sure shit don't want to talk about eating ass.
Yo. I'm just listen. That's why I sent it to Evolution because that's right up her, her thing there. They,
Well, you mean I'm bisexual?
Yeah, I was like,
yeah.
I got up in 5 hours. I appreciate you coming on, Smitty. Respect. I appreciate you. I ain't fucking with the ass eating.
Yeah, neither am I. That's a knockout. But I love fucking with her because we're gonna get into it because this is gonna be one of them nights.
All right,
it's gonna be one of them nights.
Appreciate it. I'll see y'all.
Come on, Ev. Let's go do this.
Do nothing. I'm going.
Yes, we are. We're gonna do this.
Good night, Blue.